Butterfly in the sky. I use Modern PI. Take a peek. It's in your sink. It's Modern Plumbing.
all right. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Modern Plumbing Industries, modernpi.com. 10% off all services if you mention Tom and Dan. So if you have a plumbing problem, make sure to mention us when you do call Modern, because you'll get that 10% off.
Yeah, I was trying to get you 50% off if you could sing that song to them verbatim, but they're not going to honor that. But they do residential, commercial, industrial. They've worked in both of our homes. Really good work. They did. I finally got to see your shower when I was over at the pool party.
Yeah, my outdoor shower.
Dude, it's really, really nice, man.
They ran the copper pipes from where the master bathroom is around the side of the house, and then back to my back patio.
And it's so decorative.
It looks real nice.
Yeah, it fits in like a perfect little area, and you put some plants around it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, so if you have a custom project, they could do that. Or if you just have general plumbing problems, like, your toilet's backed up, you got, anything pipe related.
Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah, and especially water heaters, they go all the time. Second generation family owned business since 1975. They're really good, and like Daniel said, they do 24-hour service calls. If you do have a problem, it's modernpi.com.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It is another Friday free show of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
On the couch with us, I feel like it's been decades, eons, eras, if you will, since we've seen this gentleman. We'll have to get some updates on baby life. We'll have to get some updates on house life. Hypochondria updates.
It's all bad.
No.
I'll just sum it up.
No,
it's all bad.
I think the brain is wrong. The outside is fine.
The outside looks great. On the couch with us, ladies and gentlemen. Plug your dojo. Plug
Junguru Dojo.
Junguru Dojo.
Junguru
Karate of Orlando.
KarateofOrlando.com.
KarateofOrlando.com. Mr. Seth Petrozelli. What's up, buddy?
Hi. Sorry, you don't usually do that right off the bat.
Very good to see you. No, I just wanted to do a better job because we get you in here.
Because I have absolutely nobody at the dojo now from his listeners, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, what, you lose all of our listeners?
What a Jackal?
He lost all the Jackal's gone.
Jackal's your best friend.
Jackal wants to get fat. Jackal wants to get fat. He's like, no more fitness.
He's still there.
He's in there right now. He's not there now. He's right now. He's getting fat in front of his computer. Jackal, why'd you quit?
Oh,
Why'd you quit?
No, he didn't quit.
The whole family quit?
No, they're good.
He counts as one of ours.
He's one of ours now.
Would you sexual harass him or something? What'd you do, grab his ass?
No, I mean, I
you twig his nipples?
I didn't even tell Daniel this, but I'm bringing my sons on Monday to do Seth's dojo.
No, wait. He was supposed to bring them Wednesday already. It's already delayed another week.
Oh, it'll keep being delayed.
I'm just waiting for that.
Trust me. If I know the Vans, once they get the uniform, they're done.
I literally didn't even have extra helpers on the mat that day because I knew he wasn't going to come today.
Oh, dude, that's how you're so unreliable. You're reliably unreliable.
Yes. I didn't guarantee you. I just said, what's the schedule?
See you next Wednesday.
It's not bullshit to him. It's a job to him.
Yeah,
so
man.
if you say
I have you on the schedule.
If you say we're going to be there, it's not a fucking pop-in, dude.
No, you said it's open. Just swing by, whatever. You said that's how it works, and then you get to see.
So Jackal says he's going to bully the fuck out of your kids.
No, he does help with the kids.
Oh, no, they're going to get the Jackal attack.
Yeah, get him. Joking. Jackal's soft. He's a soft, nice man.
He's one of the best.
He is a nice man, but I know he does take his karate very seriously.
Yeah.
He can throw down. He's one of the best kumiteiers we got.
Yeah. But
What is a kuma? What is a kumite?
A fighter.
Oh, okay,
Fighter
kumiteer.
I'm just saying, you're not
I'm
going
going
to bully my son.
I'm going to show more respect to our guests that we have in here. I'm going to show more respect to what they do, and we should be putting that up front, like plugging your dojo. And did you see how you guys? Do you realize that because of you, I get a skeptical eye? Because of you, he's looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
If it was just a Dan show, I'd be.
I don't take advantage. I don't say, hey, you just doing your silly little karate thing? I'm going to pop by with Maisie and let her fuck off.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, my sons are susceptible to bullying because they're very,
they might help
nice. And
they might help them.
But it's also, I want them to be, wild animals that are disrespectful and,
some old lady, some black lady. They're like, fuck you, bitch. Fat bitch.
But they're not like that. There's a nice, polite.
There is something about those kids.
But that's how I was, and I got bullied, and that's why
neither of us have those kids.
That's what turns you into an animal?
Yeah.
Neither of us have those kids.
Yes.
Andrea yelled at a kid at school.
An animal.
Andrea yelled at a kid at school for doing something, and the kid turned to another kid because Andrea yelled at him and said, "That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard a mom say." He said that. He turned
That's what I want my sons to do.
Is Andrea in there? Because, so I wasn't going to tell the story, but this kid runs up. Maisie, I think I told part of this. Maisie had found a moth, and it was injured. And she was holding it. She loves animals. Yeah. And all the kids cried, and it was a humongous megamoth. And then she set it down in the grass, and right about that time, some little knucklehead punk comes running over and stomps it flat. And then Andrea was standing there, and Andrea looks at me and says, "Don't you ever do that. I don't care if you're my kid or not my kid. You're not going to just openly just destroy things and kill things in front of me." Really? And then the kid turned to his friend. His friend turned to him and said, "Yo, man, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard a mom say." And I was like, I got her. Fuck you, Andrea. Hey, man, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard a mom say. That mom's a nerd.
Did Andrea say anything bad?
No, Andrea can say anything back. She has no comment. I would have had to have been there.
Yeah.
Couldn't give a snappy comment. But Andrea's not. That's not her world.
I wish she would have
kid dressed her down.
Spit in his face. that would hawk to it to you.
She said hawk to it to you. Oh, she has a podcast.
Oh, hawk to it.
I'll give you $100 if you can name what it's called.
The Hawk?
No. Think about it. I actually like the name. I actually like the name. It's called Talk to Her. Like you're talking to her. It's not bad. It's not bad, dude. I'm going to give it the nod.
Again.
Talk to her. With Haley
All
Welch.
we ever wanted to see was her
sucking a dick.
That's it. And all this other stuff she's doing, not
Don't
interested.
Talk to me. Suck a dick.
The world is not interested. I'm sorry. Talk to her.
Talk to her with Haley Welch.
You're gonna have to spit on it if you want to be successful, because that's all we want to see, and then we'll see it.
No.
We'll pay for that.
Some people will support in the idea that if you supported long enough, no, they will. It'll be propped up a little bit.
Who wants to hear her opinion on anything?
I don't know, but you'll see. You'll see.
She has no experience.
I understand.
She has not a comedian.
She does have some, because that's an more advanced move than a beginner move.
Yeah, but is her podcast about spitting on dicks?
No. It's only about her life.
No one cares.
But there are people that care. I'm not saying it's going to be her meal ticket, but I'm just saying, she made her lane, and it's going to do something. It might get more downloads than we get.
I need to. Well, that's true.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest.
Maybe for like a month.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a legitimate business. I'm not saying that she knows how to work what we do, but it's going to be a something.
I'm not. But by the way, I'm not even saying she won't make more money than we've ever or could ever make. That's probably true. I'm just saying I would like to meet the person that's interested in what she has to say.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm interested in that person. Because what perspective does she have that's unique in any way that would make us?
Well, how would you know unless you listen to her?
He's not going to, though. It's not in his algorithm.
I can tell what people are like just the way they look.
I do that all the time. I look at that person, I'm like, I don't know about that person.
I know about everything the person's about just from how they look.
But I will be monitoring it, because we're going to plug some shit here in a second. But I will be monitoring it to see how long it lasts. If we want to do a quick over-under, I'll say I'm going to give it a real guess. I think it will go limited release 1 year, less than 9 months. It'll be a 9-month podcast one season, and that'll be it. That'll be it.
But through the CPM model, just downloads alone, you'll make money per 1,000 downloads. So she may do it longer, even because
1,000 downloads CPM as of Monday's $21.42.
Yeah, so she could continue to make some money
per 1,000 downloads. So if she did a live read for Pepsi and and her show got, let's just say 5,000 downloads, then 5 times 20. She made $100.
Yeah. But if it gets 100,000 downloads, then now you're like,
I don't know. I'm not a math guy. I'm not a math guy. No, don't look at me.
It's more. No math.
And that's why he's the business department.
It's my religion. I know what's more or less.
And that's all you need to know. Hey, I'm okay with that.
Give me a number. I'll tell you if it's higher or lower than another number.
74? 72.
All right, 72 is lower.
Hey, tested and approved. What do we have to plug?
The food truck fiesta is this Sunday.
Yes.
Eric's going to be out there. It's the last one that is the changed hours from 3 to 8, so it's a little bit later in the afternoon. So Eric's going to be out there with merch, and there are tons of food trucks in the streets of Sanford.
Really good stuff.
And it's a easy thing to go do, and watch some football in the afternoon at West End.
I had somebody say to me, like, I'm not a big fan of food trucks. I said, well, first of all, they have the most food trucks I've ever seen. Second of all, if you don't like food trucks, there's hundreds of restaurants around there, so you're good. I mean, you're
It's
fine.
good to walk around when shit's happening in the street. It feels better.
It does.
Something.
It does. Unless it's a gang riot. Hey, there's shit happening in the street of people getting murdered. Or the Rittenhouse thing. That would have been weird to walk around during.
So, real quick, Seth texts me. He's like, I might be late. He's like,
oh, God.
He's like,
I didn't say that.
What's your address? I need to order some Uber Eats because I forgot my protein shake.
What'd you get? What'd you get, a Whopper?
I've been living off Uber Eats the past 3 weeks.
You?
No,
I don't believe
that's part
that
of my
for a
depression
second.
because I'm eating shit. Well, no, what I'm getting, I don't know if I want to plug it or not, but it's the best thing I found in Uber Eats, and I've eaten every single day for the past 3 weeks.
Okay,
what is it?
Is it Del Taco?
Fresh Kitchen.
Oh, Fresh Kitchen.
It's just really good, like lean chicken, salad, and kale and stuff like that. But I've been eating it nonstop every afternoon.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's very expensive via Uber Eats.
And by the way, I have protein drinks in our fridge.
You can't drink that.
And then I was like, I have one here. No. And then he's like, man, I don't want to drink it. And I'm like, don't be a pussy.
It's the protein that people think they're eating healthy. That's just a bunch of sugar.
You're rotten on the inside.
It's fine. All you need is a protein. The rest of the sugar, burn it off.
Is there something else going on? Are you okay?
Yeah, why are you eating Uber Eats every day?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm at the new house. I'm in a full ride.
But I thought you didn't get the new house.
I did get the new house.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Hold on, we got to rewind.
Yeah, because the last time we had you on the show,
hold on,
a month ago,
I deserve some love. Got to give you some love on getting the house. Congratulations.
I had to sell Vera on her 18th birthday, too.
It's going to be a hell of a dowry.
Yeah, it's a big time.
Yeah. Jesus.
You make a sex trafficking joke about your daughter.
Yeah, I like that. That's severe. That's a severe joke. I've never even done that.
You were born an animal.
You absolutely were.
I just wanted to let you know the seriousness of what
I've never done that. I've also never shit in my underwear and thrown it over the shower 40 times.
We've never lived.
You were born that way. Anyway, so the last time we talked to you, you lost your down payment to some Brazilians.
I was about to lose it to some,
and because you couldn't,
damn Brazilians.
You lost your deal on your house, so you couldn't buy your new house, and you're all pissed, and then you left all mad, and then me and Daniel laughed and laughed.
Yeah, we did.
Although I was a little disappointed because I was like, "Fuck!" I wanted Seth to move in that lake house so I could keep my boat there.
Yeah, that's what Tom always thinks.
Yeah, of course.
No, I mean, no,
selfishness.
No, I mean, like, listen,
I mean, it's not selfishness.
You're going to be more mad if you can't do something that you wanted to do
with
yourself.
Me by your side.
Anyway, so what happened?
So much. I don't even know where to start.
Okay, let's start from like when you thought you were gonna. Because didn't you have to put money in escrow and then you lost that?
Yes. No, I was about. If I didn't close on the deal, I would have lost that. Yes. So
how did you make the deal? How did you get the deal to close? Because
I just had to put a lot more money out of pocket.
Okay.
I had to promise the lenders that like the mortgage company that's going to give me the loan for this because I was going to buy it cash because of my house. That didn't happen. So I had to promise the lenders that I would do a lot of stuff to the house before I even closed on it in order for them to actually give me the loan to buy the house. So there was mold in the house.
So you're bringing up the value of the house.
Yeah, exactly. I had to bring up the value of the house before I even purchased the house.
Oh, we just talked to Josh Wolf about mold. There's no getting out of it.
Yeah, there is no getting out of it.
You have to burn it down and leave all your possessions.
If it's in there, once it's in there, it's in there. And then it will shrink you down to a shell of a man. And then you have to burn everything. Every trophy, every belt.
You have to leave your house naked with your wife.
Yeah, you have to go into your garage, take all your clothes off, and then you have to get into a car naked and drive away.
By the way,
I just left the windows open and that's what I did.
You're fine.
That's what I did.
So you had to basically...
I had to demo a lot of stuff to build it back just to demo it again. Now that I've been demoing everything that I just did a month and a half ago to build up, put money into it, I'm smashing the past 2 weeks and getting it out.
Now, how do you do this in a house you technically don't even own yet because you don't have the loan?
You have to break in and tear it.
So you don't own this house, and the bank's like, before I give you a loan to buy this house, you got to do
not me. Somebody needs to bring it up to value.
Yeah, but the Brazilians aren't going to do that.
No, they're definitely not going to bring it up to value.
If I know Brazilians, they're not going to help you out.
Are you having to go to the current
they're
owner?
at Carnival looking at titties.
Like, did you have to go to the current owner and say, like, hey, let me in there and I'll do all the stuff and then I'll buy it from you?
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's how much you wanted it.
So,
I get it.
Right, which sucks. If I didn't want this house, if I wish I didn't want this house so much.
You're in love with it, right?
I wouldn't have even bothered. I would have said, okay, no, fuck it.
Now, if I'm a Brazilian, I'm going to let you go in and redo the whole thing and then still say, get the fuck out of here.
Well, no. I mean, legally they had to sell it to me but if I had to push the closing back, which I did, they had every right to be like, no, we don't want to push the date back. Sorry. You just lost all your money and escrow and the money you just put into building the house up.
And you were breaking in, so we're having you arrested.
Yes.
So I imagine your dad is doing most of this work.
No. I wish my dad's up north.
It's Daichi.
Oh, he
it's not
fled.
Daichi. I'm just not around
My
here.
son is working me like a slave in all his house projects.
And this one's got mold and the spores in my nose.
But you're damn right. I text him like every week, giving him a guilt trip for not being around his granddaughter.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just so he can come down.
Yeah. Why don't you see Vera and also knock out some projects?
In this mold house I just bought.
Vera loves it. She says mold's her favorite thing.
Yeah.
So you had to. What did you have to do?
So there was at least 5 or 6 walls I had to tear out because I had mold on it. I had to get a mold remediator in there to assess it, clean it, get it all fixed. I had to put the drywall back. Not just put the drywall back, but I had to finish the drywall. So I had to push back, tape it, mud it, texture it, everything.
Yeah.
Like it's livable.
Yeah.
There's a damn the roof. Okay, so the roof was another thing. They said they will not give me the loan without the roof being redone, totally redone.
Oh shit!
And it's a mansard roof, so there's lots of per square. Like it's a huge roof, so it's over a $50K roof. So I would have had to drop $50K before I even bought the house to fix the roof.
What'd you do? Flex seal?
No. My niece is my mortgage broker, so she pulled some strings. She talked to like the head guy at this lending company that's giving me the mortgage, saying, "Look, we need to work something out. Like he doesn't own the house. Like, can we do like hold more money in escrow and give us like 30 to 60 days to fix the roof after we close?" And prove to you that we fixed the roof right after we close. You have the money in escrow, and then once we're done fixing the roof, you give us that money back to pay the roofers. So we had to do all sorts of this crazy scheming to get the roof done after I closed.
Are you sure that this is like locked?
Yeah, no, I closed.
This would drive me. Oh, so you're all done. Okay,
I'm done. I closed on it.
Beautiful.
But before that, I was doing trees, $10,000 worth of tree cutting down.
Oh my god!
Before done, I had to do that to fix the roof. So
I can get that done for 18 Coors Lights.
Random flooring that it just had subfloor there, and I was like, "Look, I'm going to put carpet." I was lying. I'm going to put carpet in when I close. Like I was going to do something nice, and they're like, "Nope, it needs to be done before to bring it up to value." I'm like, "You motherfuckers!" So I went to Home Depot, bought like $300 worth of sticky, cheap shit tile. Went in there with my brother. He did help me one day. My brother did go in there with me. We laid tile down.
Man's a saint.
All day. Yeah.
Man is a saint.
Now you did all this just to buy it,
just
and
to buy it,
rip it all.
And
out
I'm literally there the past 2 weeks with a sledgehammer, pissed off, being like, I just fucking spent this money, so it's helping me smash it for sure.
Okay,
smashing it down, ripping the flooring back up.
So you're smashing down all the drywall you just put in.
Yes,
yeah, this
is exactly what I'm doing.
You are like doing anything that it takes for your dream, right? Like this is you are making.
And I think about that, and I'm like, no one appreciates this fucking shit.
I
that
do.
I'm doing. Nobody but myself.
But it's a sensitive. You got to be.
And I
sensitive
get really
to
mad and pissed off about it. And I'm hoping Vera, like one day, I'm like, look, this is.
Oh,
what
she'll never appreciate
No,
it.
I know,
brother.
and I hope she does.
And I didn't mean to call you brother, but like that's how you know I'm being honest.
That's
Like
right,
you,
brother.
like nobody, like no kid.
I can't wait until you're like, let's go out on the lake today. And she's like, I don't want to go.
I love computers.
Well, I already tried that.
I'm tired of the lake.
I want to play karate video games. Oh God!
And Tracy's like, we've been on this lake all the time.
Yeah, I hate this lake. I wish we'd move.
Well, I did try it one time. Like as soon as the weekend after I closed, I was like, let's have a little get together on the little beach because I have a beach in the backyard. It's freaking awesome. So I was all planning. This is the first time I'm going to bring Vera on the boat. The boat's there. The neighbor is amazing. Both neighbors are awesome. I don't have a dock yet. The neighbor's like, use my dock. It's cool. She's renting or selling her house. She's like, it looks, leave it there as long as you want. I'm like, hell yeah. So I put my boat there. I was like, okay, let's get Vera on the boat. Me, Tracy, Vera. First time on the boat together. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to like frame it. This is the first time.
I like this.
We get there, Vera just fucking she hasn't vomited once. Not once in 9 months. She got there, sat on the beach, and goes, "Bah!" Like fucking Exorcist style,
Cute beach.
vomits
Oh
everywhere.
my God, it's the mold.
Yeah, the mold's getting her. Babies
So,
are
yeah.
very susceptible to it.
So she didn't go inside the house. But I still, of
Well,
course,
they can tell from the outside. It's like a diabetes dog. They don't need to be inside the house. To her baby can, they know.
so my hypochondria is now 100% on her.
Yeah.
Like I could give a shit if I die tomorrow. Well, I do because of her. But it's all on her. Like, oh fuck, she's never thrown up. What's going on? She's like, relax, it's okay. I'll go home with her. You enjoy the day. You haven't done anything in a
Go
while.
on a boat
Just
by
sit-
yourself and just run in circles
Well,
with your family puking at the house?
Jackal was there with his family, so I had to spend the day with him and his fucking wife, drinking alone on the fucking beach. I got to look at Jackal's titties
Hold
instead
on,
of my wife's
this
titties.
is your dream, right?
Fucking
This
great.
is your dream, is sit alone.
No.
That's what Tom would say. Remember, this is your dream, so you will be alone on that boat in that lake.
God, I love when you work super hard for your dream and it doesn't pan out the way you
Yeah.
thought.
Oh, yeah.
So I was
That's my
literally,
whole life.
and I
I mean,
thought,
what would have happened if you'd have
That's
bought
my whole life.
You buy 2 pints,
Yeah.
and you have your one wheel and 2 pints, and you give it to the boys on Christmas Day. Not even in. Not
I've got 2 one wheels because you bought me, and then I'm like, hey, look at you
No.
guys can ride that.
No,
and
no,
I just
no.
walk right past them every day.
Hey man, you want to play drums? Never. No. Ew, drums, gross. Yuck.
and I thought about you the whole time. I'm like, but I was too nervous about Vera. Like, what's going on? Why is she like that? Because she had a little stuffy nose the day before, so I'm freaking the fuck out.
COVID's going around again.
And Tracy's like, relax. She's like, can you relax? I'm like, no, I can't fucking relax. All I'm thinking about is her. So I can't sit on the beach, relax like I wanted to do over the past 3 weeks of smashing and being anxiety ridden in my house. And I just wanted one day to just sit and relax. And I couldn't do it. So,
I'm sorry.
So yeah, that was last weekend.
Wow.
So,
And the roofers can't do the roof now. I have 30 days to do the roof. I have like 10 days left. It's been pouring every single day. The roofers won't start when it's rain like this. So I'm like,
Oh, I got guys that'll start in
freaking the hell out about that.
oh,
We got guys that
I
start in the rain,
I got a roofer.
Yeah.
How much
need a
crack can you
hookup?
get? If you can get crack, we can get it. Just you hold it, you shake, you shake it.
You got some fentanyl?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They love that.
They'll do it in a fire. The sun could be flaming.
They work all night. You see roofers work all night. So now you're still living in your house, your
Yes.
current house.
I have an open house tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, so you okay?
Did you have to change anything in that house to sell it because it was a bit gothic?
No, actually, the people that I give feedback, she's like, whoever decorated the house, props, it's amazing. But
great.
they loved it. Like,
Okay, that's awesome.
I'm like, hell yeah. So that's
It
cool.
does look nice. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like,
Just
sometimes
little
people get in
things.
there and they're looking around. They're like, eh.
Little things like people don't realize, like old home, they're squeaky, like they're original 1920s floors. Like, but I've redone them obviously, but they're still squeaky, and that's part of the character of the house. Some people like that creakiness of like the old wood floors and stuff like that, which it
Smells
has.
like protein farts in here for some reason.
They're like, oh, I love the haunted mold basement.
There's no more.
Looks like somebody's father's been digging around down here. Does this flood often down here? Why is the whole basement a pool?
I love when
So
water
there's-
comes through the walls.
That's called the Ghostbusters.
So I got a company to give a quote on remedying all that. It could all be fixed. So I can either throw in like an extra little thing.
big screen TV or
No,
something?
no. So I can be like, I can knock that off the price of the house, or I can fix it for you before you move it. Like, it's up to you. Like, I got a quote on it. It's there in paper. Like, here it is. Like, this is the basement will be fixed if you want it, or I can give you this money off the house if you want to make an offer on us. One of the two.
I mean, how much money are we talking here?
Yeah.
Again, I mean, the karate business can't be pulling in that much.
Oh, it is.
I've done the math.
It is.
Jackals, a few
You
other
sign your
kids.
kids. You're going to find out once you sign your boys up and they're not going and it's just coming out of the bank account.
I'm trading advertising.
We can trade the monthly, but I can't control the test fees. I can't control the uniform fees.
Yeah, I got to pay that.
I can get a uniform on Temu.
That's exactly the same.
Yeah, they got all the
you
best
get everything. Samurai swords, nunchucks, they got everything, dude.
I'll get some Temu stuff. Don't you
Here's
worry.
something I heard. Temu.
You want a belt? Any color
Here's
belt.
what I heard. Temu is in China. I heard that. They're closer to the karate.
Yeah. Don't order through Amazon.
Yeah.
Get it direct.
Don't get it American. This is the only time you don't want to buy American. You want to buy Chinese.
So you're looking to sell your house pretty soon. Did you drop the price?
It's for rent or for sale.
Oh, let's rent it. Let's rent it.
Both.
Oh, we may need a new studio.
Air T&D.
Well, it's plenty big for that. You can do it in the basement.
We'll rent the rest of the house.
Are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, well...
You want to talk about it next segment? Maybe?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, we can get it over because it's not much.
Why, is your lease up here or something like that?
Someone's buying the building.
No way.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it next segment.
So I'm here.
Why don't they buy my building? Fuck.
So I'm here, and Tom texts me. He's like, hey, this realtor lady she needs to show the property because the building's for sale. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's no problem.
By the way, I don't know how she got my number.
Yeah, I don't know either. I wish she had my number because she's drop dead fucking gorgeous. Like, this is like the hottest.
Really?
Oh, my God. She's a 14 out of a 10.
No way.
Yeah, my God, Seth. And she looks like Selma Hayek. And she came up, and I'm here. So he's like, hey, you were going to Incubus.
Oh, yeah.
So I stayed here, and then these people, because she comes in, I meet her. I was trying to impress her with all of her trophies and everything. I was really chirping her good.
This is me.
Let me just say, still got it. Still got it. And then the couple comes in, and they start looking around. And the lady comes in, and she's like a skinny blonde lady. And then her husband comes in, and he's like my height, but he's wearing a tuxedo. Like a full, like fancy.
Right, nice.
Super fancy.
Yeah. Like a penguin style?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He looked like the penguin.
Or the Monopoly Man.
Yeah, or the Monopoly Man. And they were like walking around a little bit. And
the lady's like, Hawk 2, this would be great for my new podcast.
No, I don't think they were even in here like 30 seconds. They were like, walk around. Like, okay.
And I knew that wasn't a good sign. So then Crystal, being a realtor, she called the realtor. And
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, realtors.
Do they have like a past Maha Bone? And then the other person goes, Maha Bone.
Yes, there's realtors will tell other realtors things that they won't tell like me because I asked her.
I have HPV.
Because I was like, are they
say that?
I'm like,
I'm a realtor.
I'm like, these buyers, because I assumed that someone's going to buy this as an investment and just rent out. There's three.
Yeah.
There's a house, a 4-bedroom house. Attached to us, and then like a studio apartment, and then this commercial property. So I thought someone was just going to buy it and rent out everything.
Well,
just
that's
like
what
the
our
previous.
guy did.
Yeah,
that's what Morad did.
And then, by the way, he got fucking rich. He bought this motherfucker for $300,000, like in 2013. He's selling for 1.1 million.
Oh, my stars.
And me and Daniel thought about buying it,
We tried.
but it didn't the numbers didn't work out because we were like for the rent.
Because you're bad at business.
Well, we're buying at the top of the goddamn market.
We only need this space.
Yeah,
and then we're not going to be able
yeah.
to make our nut back with the other two spaces.
If I punched out
you
Kimbo
couldn't.
in the middle of the recession, I'd be rich like you. But I didn't. In the middle of the recession, I was working a shit job in radio, and I had no money.
You're hearing that from a man who doesn't have his dream.
Yeah. If someone gives you a bunch of money when everything's cheap, guess what? You can get rich. Anyway.
Wow, sour grapes. Over here.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Well, that's how Seth got
If it
rich.
makes you feel better, you guys ruined my career after that. So
It does make me feel better.
We have been trying to drag you down since then. Yeah, we really have.
I do think about it every once. I'm like, yeah, he is a little bit worse because of us. And I'm like, that brings grows my heart.
We dull a little bit of your shine, and we're okay with that.
100%.
Anyway, so she didn't tell. She's like, I don't know what they want to do, whatever. But I'm like, the fact that they're touring the commercial property, which is this one, I'm like, that isn't a good sign because if they just want to rent it, because I imagine they're like, oh, the current tenants, we've been here for 8 years, so I thought like they are just going to continue to rent it to us. You know?
I mean,
and they're going to be
that's
happy.
what the realtor said too. Like she's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but normally they just buy.
But apparently, this is like the buyers are they work from home, so then they're like, oh, this
they
is a
wanna work
great
down-
office, and
they
they
don't
want to live.
understand how fucking horrible that is to work from home. So.
Well, technically, though, this is not really attached to their home.
Right.
It's kind of
might
a
be
separate,
just enough distance.
You have to like go outside and go in here.
Yeah.
there's no stairs to
Well,
get there.
the back doors are right next to each other,
okay,
so
okay.
you can
Yeah.
go out the kitchen. Their kitchen door goes into our back door.
I see, I see.
Hey.
So you could like technically just walk right
Makes
in.
sense. Makes sense.
I would need a little more than that.
But did they make an offer on it? Like, is it?
It looks like they're going to.
Yeah. So not a
A
good.
lot of things can happen.
And it looks like we're going to have to move.
Now I did.
But how long's your lease? Like, you're locked
until
in
February.
so not too
But that actually gives us an opportunity because they have to honor the lease, although it is till February. But Crystal was telling me, because Crystal's good at her job, she's like, you can negotiate leaving early, and they'll probably pay you if they want to move in their shit
Yeah.
earlier. Like they'll probably give you money to leave to break the lease if you
we
something
got to
like
pull
that.
the carpet.
Guys, I have a solution to all this, and I'm not even joking either. Like,
Okay.
I have a lot where my old dojo is in the loft in jungle. Literally, the whole it's like
We
800
did
square
that
feet.
tour 8 years ago.
Yeah, we did
Yes.
it. Yeah, you did it. I don't think I went. And then
Oh,
you,
yeah.
then
What was the
you-
matter with it?
Tom went and he said,
I got AC. I got AC up there
Tom's
now.
like,
Like,
they
it's-
got goddamn ghosts up here.
We got what?
Tom thought you had ghosts up there. Tom said, like, who died in this
good.
fucking
Well,
coffin?
what was the matter with it is first
It would be cool to be down on Colonial, dude.
well it's above. There's people
Yeah!
sledgehammering tires.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not
Yeah.
at the time. Oh, it depends on time. Not
Can
at-
you tell them
you're
to
not
knock
doing
it
this-
off for a little
You're
while?
not doing this at 5, 6 o'clock at night in the evening.
Can
and
we
it-
pump our show through the gym?
The gym scene.
Yeah.
And there's it's too big up there.
Too big?
Yeah. We don't need that much space. What do we need? A gigantic.
But you're going to pay less than 100% less than what you're paying right now. I guarantee it. I won't
What-
give you
Well,
cheap.
let's work a deal.
Well, off
We're
the air, you
listening.
tell me what you're paying here.
We're listening.
I'll tell you on the air.
Just tell
Okay.
them on the air. I don't care.
Well, we paid
Well,
$17.50 a
Yeah.
month.
That's it.
Yeah. We get a great fucking deal here,
Well, that's
dude.
pretty cheap.
Yeah. Everybody
Well,
says
it's a
that.
small little
Yeah,
place.
it's
$1,000.
You rented to $1,000 bucks.
100%.
Oh,
yeah,
shit. That's a
$1,000.
lot of savings.
Has anything been done to it since I
don't know
toured
last
it
time you
9
see
years ago?
Well, yeah, I put my dojo, so it's like there's AC in it
Let's
up there
tour it.
now. There's like we can put
Take the meeting. Let's take the meeting.
We can put drywall up, so it's all enclosed in there. Yeah.
Let's take the meeting.
But how long?
Because I can budget in.
How long? I
$700.
have a 10-year lease.
Okay, 10 years.
Yeah.
All right,
I think
well-
I have 7 left, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be at it. I'll be dead by 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens if our relationship deteriorates?
I'm not at the jungle anymore. I'm at the dojo, so you're.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
You have.
Well, we have another. We have like some little Japanese man yelling at us all the time. or
It's just,
something.
it would be me and Mike Lee.
Okay, I know Mike.
Yeah. But sometimes
I don't know him,
your
yeah.
MMA friends, they see
Yeah, they bully me.
they'll definitely
They'll
go
push
after
me
Daniel.
down. They're going to push me
You
down.
guys will have a back entry, so you guys come in the back.
Yeah,
your own
but
little
they'll
key.
be waiting for me when I get back there. They're like, "Oh, look what we got here! Little podcast. Yeah. Ah. Pull his pants down. Slap his tiny pecker."
It's literally drywalled off, so you don't see over. Like, it's its own room now. Like, I don't know if you remember that it was there. That was there. It was its own room.
And maybe I could, like, we do a podcast, then, like, Joe Rogan, I go work out and do some jujitsu downstairs.
Now it would help you with your sons. I'm being honest here.
Oh, you can
It
work
would-
and they can go train.
It would help you if you wanted them to train there, where like it makes it convenient, right? Because you're very, very close,
Yeah.
and then you could do it, and also you're very close to the dojo
Yeah.
too. The dojo is like what walking
a
distance,
one
easy.
block away.
Yeah,
It's walking
Here-
distance.
easy walking distance.
Here is the problem. Like, we had comedian Josh Wolf in today, and he was telling us, he's like, you guys are one of the only media that I really still do. Like, I do
Yeah.
a
He
handful
doesn't
across
do
the
it
country.
anymore. We're lucky to get him.
And he's like, but because, he's been doing the show for 6 years and he likes doing it with us. But also, there's an element of when we do have comedians, and sometimes, like, Nate Bargatze was in here. It's one of the biggest comedians in the world right now. And then Jelly Roll and people like famous people come in here.
Jake the Snake Roberts is a big
And then
pecker.
when they're having to climb up a fire escape on the top of some gym, when people are, they're like, "What the hell is this?"
It's stairs.
Is there an elevator?
No, we don't have an elevator.
Is that painting still on the side all falling apart, or do we paint over that?
No, I didn't know what you're talking about. It looks like my old dojo. It's literally it has my karate symbol painted nice on the side, I think, but you can obviously paint over that.
But you're talking about the place on top of the jungle, right?
No, not the top. It's the loft where my dojo is. That you're thinking the loft's like 4,000 square feet.
No, so this is not the place
second story is 4,000 square feet. The loft is like 800, 900 square feet.
Oh, okay. So this is where your current dojo is.
Where my old dojo, my first dojo for like a year at the Jungle.
This is your good friend. He doesn't listen to a thing you say.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was the same
thing you say.
It's above the jungle.
I mean, it's above the back room in the jungle. Yeah, it's like a stairs, and you go up there.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's the haunted place.
Wait, it's the jack off room. It's where all the meatheads go to jack off.
It's right now.
You told us that.
Yeah,
You're like everybody comes up here and jacks off.
when the guys get too crazy because rolling on the mat, sometimes they get boners. They have to go up there and fucking jack off so they don't fuck each other because they're fuck animals.
Or hear me out. At the new lake house, I have literally a giant room. I have no idea what to do with. It's like 500 square feet, but it's a nice brick. It's really nice under air toilet.
I'd rather have the jack off room personally. I think it's not. I
don't know what to do with that
I'm
room.
telling you right now, I'm interested in the loft. This guy, he don't like to do nothing fun. He's like, nah, we're gonna rip this carpet. I'll go do the same fucking shit. We're gonna do the same fucking shit.
Yeah, because
Andrea said just leave the carpet and let them deal with it.
Well, we have to put it back. It's in our lease that we have to put it back the way.
No way! Just like I had to do. You had to
cross through
rip
that.
it out.
Just cross through that.
You can stain it.
Also, we need this carpet. They can't make it anymore.
Wasn't even that good. I'm kidding.
All right, let's take a break.
All right.
And then when we come back from the break, I got a couple things to talk to Seth about.
Yes.
And also, I want to talk about Mo's Comedy Jam last night.
Yes.
And
you went. I did not.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Which is kind of sad, but it's part of life.
It is a part of life. The name of the artist is Quiltery.
All right.
Quiltery. I think I'm saying that right. The name of the song is Red Knit Caps and a Shark Attack. We'll be right back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com for emails. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a contractor for a home renovation?
I bet you are.
Maybe your kitchen needs to be redone, or bathrooms, or add an addition to your house, or maybe you want to build a small house on your property and rent that out for extra money, accessory dwelling unit.
Yeah, very popular right now.
DetailsCG.com. That's Details Construction Group. Flora and her team, they can do a great job with any project that you have at your house.
We have a lot of mediums that are currently using them. I believe our web guy, Matthew, has something going on with Flora right now, and she does a great job. Her and her team will get together, and they can pretty much design, the kitchen, the home of your dreams.
Yep, they have a design center you can go to, and you can look at all the different options you have for flooring or for tile or for anything in your house, and that's what they offer, is like the ability to design what you want all together and do everything needed.
Fully custom.
Yeah, for, like I said, kitchen, bath, full home remodels, additions to your house, or the accessory dwelling units in your backyard. It's DetailsCG.com.
What? Oh, wow. I like that little blast at the end there. That was really cool. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Seth Petrozelli on the couch.
Konnichiwa.
We're just talking about being dads and how it's terrifying.
Yes. Every little thing.
Well, I think you guys are more protective because you have girls.
We also run higher naturally, just anxiety guys. We got the powers.
Mixture of both those things.
Yeah. You ever have that mind gut anxiety thing where you feel like you want to puke and it's just because of just your anxiety?
I feel like I want to cry and puke.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I feel you. What did you want to talk about, buddy?
Well, I went out to Mo's Comedy Jam last night. Thanks to everybody who came. It does remind me because it was all for Yellow Brick Road. And I saw Trey there when the founder of Yellow Brick Road, and he played a video about Yellow Brick Road.
Forrest did that, I believe.
And speaking of kids and like in that kind of my God, it's like so hard for me to even comprehend someone going through their kid being sick.
Yeah.
It's just like Jesus Christ, that's hard.
Like,
and then
like finding out your child has a pediatric heart defect that you are now going to have to deal with.
And then even in the video, like the doctors that operate and do heart surgery, like, we've talked to one of them, and it's like, holy shit, like that's a different. I can't believe that there's a human that can accept the fact that he's doing heart surgery on an infant.
And thank you for doing it. Right? And God bless your
holy shit. Talk about a high pressure, important job that is, like it makes everything else seem ridiculous when you're like stressed or pressure. Like this the fucking doctor doing heart surgery on an infant. Like, and it's up to him whether it's crazy.
I couldn't even do the frog lab.
Yeah.
Too tiny. I did it, but I wasn't good at it.
And not to compound on Sirius, but Daniel didn't go because he told me that you were planning on going that day. And I remember even, like, I was going to say, like, hey, I don't think you should go. Because Daniel told me yesterday, he's like, hey, Maggie's not doing good.
She seized out in the kitchen, and Maisie saw it. And then I was in the shower, and then she ran up the stairs. This is like on Wednesday, I guess. Yeah. And she ran up, and I'm like, I came running back down nude. I'm like drying myself off, and it was not a good, not a good thing.
And then your daughter started seizing from seeing that.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I thought about that. I'm like, why? I'm like, oh God, why'd she have to find her? You know what I mean? Like.
So you're like, I made the appointment, so I'm going to go do that and then come to Moe's Comedy Jam. And I remember saying, I was like, God damn.
I tried to big dog it. I was like, well, I
was like, this motherfucker's tougher than I thought.
And then
I was like, I've had to do that shit before. And I was like, I wouldn't do shit after. Like,
that shit twisted me up.
And so then anyway, Dan, and then you text me later. I don't think I'm going to go. I'm like, I think that's a better idea. Stay with your family.
Well, like, Maisie was pretty damn upset about it, like, and I fucked this up. She's been through one animal death before, and if you have animals, you go through animal deaths. I know Seth has had multiple animals. It's a part of having animals is them, passing on. And I thought I had this one figured out because of Caesar. Caesar and Maisie were inseparable, best of friends, and so I thought, oh, she's been through. Like her best friend's dog, like her best friend dying or dog dying. So this one, it's not that I thought it would be less, but I guess I did, and it ended up being more because of the connection between Maggie and my mom and my dad, but namely Maisie, my mom, and Maggie. Like they had a special connection, and I think to Maisie, knowing that was her grandmother's dog, she kind of took on an ownership role that I probably didn't think about. And I've kind of fucked that one up, I think, a little bit. I think I fucked it up.
I had to explain to my sons the whole process of putting the dogs to sleep and why we do it. Because they asked. If
they ask, you got to tell them.
I just said something easy, like, oh, they just look at a cloud and they go to sleep.
What do you call them? Their eyelashes.
No. I literally, in the hot tub, I was like, well.
In the hot tub.
Yeah, I'm like, that's where most of my talks happen.
Conversations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well.
Same thing with Jerry Jones.
I'm like, boys, in the wild, when animals get old and slow, like other animals eat them. You know what I'm saying? And so they get killed by, the other. It's a circle of life and stuff. So as soon as they start getting old and then you can't run as fast, they get killed naturally and eaten by other predators. But we live in a society where we domesticate dogs, and then they live, medicines and stuff. They live a long ass time, and then as dog owners, you have to look at them and then wait till the right time to execute them. And then you have to you do this mental math. You're like, is today the day of execution? No. Okay, we'll wait 2 more months.
And I don't even know.
Fucked up.
I don't even know what the right equation for that is. But what I did know is that Maggie wasn't going up. Like, we'd put her on medication. She wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
And
she's 17 years old.
Yeah,
dude.
she's 17. She did great. She won the fucking race, right?
Yeah.
But my point is, like, when she seized in the kitchen, that's the worst I've seen her, right? So I was like, well, I kind of, and I said it to Andrew, I go, it ends today. Like, we are because I can't let her, as much as she meant to my mom, I can't let her suffer.
Yeah.
And I think she's there. So
Yeah,
we're gonna.
that's what you gotta do. Once the dog starts suffering, then.
But it is a weird
Maisie, we
choice
lost
to
it.
make because like
I don't like the choice. I wish there was a. I wish
because then you start second guessing yourself. You're like. Like I remember we did it for Lena. Like the day we brought her to the beach, I'm like, "Well, she's still jumping around." Like, oh gosh, she's still got some life in her. Oh fuck!
I'm glad you said that. The
I'm like,
lady
push
comes
it back.
back. No, the lady comes back. She took her in the back. She says, "How do you want to do this?" I said, "What's the easiest way for Maggie? You can just put the catheter like in her leg or what. No big deal. And let's just do it that way." She's like, "Okay, that'll be fine." She says, "She's like, I only have to take her back for a little bit, and I'm just cradling her, and she's just." Yeah, she's not there. You know what I mean? Like it's
right
like,
out of it.
yeah, it's not. It wasn't like I really feel bad. It was like, look, like she's here, but she's not here.
Right.
So the lady takes her in the back. Well, then she comes back and then she, oh wow, she really got energetic back there. She bit the shit out of me, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? She
has to fight left.
She's fine. She's fine. Like so you do question, you do second guess it.
Yeah.
But no, the doctor came in and told me, and she reassured me. She's like, yeah, you're doing absolutely
the right thing.
She looked at all the records and everything we were doing, and it was just she had like her heart was getting really, really weak, and she had a cough because I guess you gain a cough from that. And,
Fuck, I got a cough going on lately.
Yeah, could be hard. How are your teeth?
Probably
you
the
floss?
Probably the mold.
You have to
Could be your teeth.
Yeah,
You floss all the time. Maggie didn't floss, and I think it was her teeth that killed her heart.
Bella, my pug, my very first dog that I had to inject her to get her pee. She couldn't pee anymore. Something was going on with her system down there where she couldn't pee. So after I had to go every day to the doctor office to get a needle in her stomach to suck the pee out.
You had to pump the pee out of your dog every day?
Every day.
So I had to do that with Andrea.
I did that for like a couple weeks, and then I just saw her try one time, and it was like really painful. I was but she was fine mentally, kind of, but just that, like there was nothing to do, and she was getting needles in her stomach every single day, and I was like, she was like 13, 14.
Oh, yeah. Once they get into the teens, it's a touch and go scenario.
And sometimes you look out and they just die randomly.
Yeah.
And then honestly,
that's what Andrea said. Like, Andrea said it was better when they would walk into the woods. And I agree.
Yeah. I've only had.
I've had into the woods.
A couple dogs growing up that just died randomly. Like, one ate a frog, and then one just like went outside and then died.
Yeah.
It was like a tall.
That's what I'm going to do here.
Tiny Yorkie.
I'm going to walk right out here and I'm going to die right in front of the studio.
It was sad, but it was like, that dog saved us the decision of that's horrible to make, and like why can't more dogs just walk outside and die?
Tracy in
way better that way.
Tracy in our Twitch chat room is saying what me and my wife got in an argument about. Tracy said the last thing you would need was something to happen while we're all on the Tom and Dan cruise. Andrea said basically the same thing, which to me, as a hypersensitive person, is not where my head's at. I am not at all concerned about what's going to be fucking trouble for anyone. I'm just thinking about loss of life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So to have somebody say like, well, it'll be easier this way. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about easier. Yeah. I only give a fuck about life.
Yeah. Because it's
so Andrea and I fought. Yeah, we fought about we got it. Like I yelled. Yeah. And I even told Tracy yesterday. I was like, that's the same shit Andrea told me that we got mad. I got mad at her about that because it's like, and it's not Andrea's fault and it's not my fault. It's just different people are going to have different levels. They're going to look at it differently.
Yeah.
Like my grandpa, he ain't going to do nothing for any fucking dog. It's a dog.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's got a different level of, whatever their relation, and everybody looks at it and internalizes it and processes it all different. So, but anyway, thank you for covering for me. Sorry it didn't go, but had to kill a dog.
And it was good seeing a bunch of BDMs out last night. And, And
anything else happen? Did you do any shots?
No. Well, I had
take a shirt off or anything fun.
I had some drinks.
Yeah.
It's just when I'm out there, and then I regretted this morning. I was like, poison myself.
But it's hard to go out there and just like sit. And everybody else having a good time, and I'm a nerd.
Yeah. How do you deal with that, Seth?
It's not easy. No, because I feel the same way. Everybody's drinking, but then I'm like, I get like some stuff that like is it's like like turmeric fizzy drink, so it looks like a can of White Claw.
Turmeric.
Yeah, it's like healthy fizzy drink.
I don't care what it looks like. I need to dull my brain.
But the sipping of it makes me feel like I'm interacting and drinking, but I'm not. I don't get the buzz feeling, which sucks. Yeah.
When do you want me to?
Lately, it's literally been once every single karate test. I'll drink after that, and that's it. Like it's been once every 3 months. That's it. That's all I've been drinking.
That's
for the
good,
past
though.
like year, I think.
You know,
Yeah.
I told myself I was like, I'm going to stick to only drinking on
weekends.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So because my off workout day is Sunday.
Sure.
And that does kind of deteriorate.
Remember me? I'm not drinking before the cruise.
And then you're like, oh, shit,
I
get
was
it together.
toasting the shit out of Maggie last night.
I did have
Slap
one
my
drink
face.
on the beach, on my new beach, in my house.
On Vomit
'cause,
Beach?
On Vomit Beach. On Vomit Beach. I did have one drink on Vomit Beach. But I couldn't relax. And I was,
Did anything else like any? Was Jolly
a
pro?
Yeah,
True
yeah.
pro.
You know,
Did Little Mo make an appearance?
Little Mo was there.
Did Mo bring his puppet? Did he do a voice or anything? Or?
No, he just had Ross was fucking around with Little Mo a lot.
Okay.
And they use it as a prop.
Nice.
But it's funny. I saw Jolly and my son Tommy.
Was he my wife's pussy there? Any of the
I didn't see
fanfare?
him. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
saw a bunch of
Yeah,
the regulars.
Shout out to the regulars.
But Tommy, like Crystal had to take Max to breakdancing because I, had to go to Just Call Mo.
Oh God, you let your wife take Max to your special thing, breakdancing?
Usually, you drop them off and you're sitting in your car.
Did your wife get out there like Ray Gun and start busting some moves?
And then Tommy, we don't let the boys stay at home by themselves. We let them stay at home by themselves together because they got each
gotcha.
other,
Sure.
but we haven't let it for a long period of time by themselves.
Yeah.
Without at least their brother with them. Anyway, so Tommy's like, I don't want to go sit in the car or whatever. And then I'm like, you can go with me to Moe's Comedy Jam, but you got to do some stand up. As a joke, I'm not going to, I don't think you're even allowed to go to the Funny Bone under 18 or whatever.
Yeah, you're probably not.
But I just wanted to see what he said. And
Yeah.
then he's like, oh, well. And then he started to say, like, oh, just get up there and do a pee pee poo poo. Like you did on the cruise.
I would laugh.
I'm like, too old for pee pee poo poo. That was funny when you were 5 because the audience, it's funny hearing a baby say pee pee poo poo.
Well, hold on a second. I do a lot of pee-pee poo-poo, and I'm 48, motherfucker.
yeah.
Hold on a second.
I'd laugh if he went up there.
Yeah, I would too. Hold on a second.
I'm trying to get him to actually think more complicated.
Did he
like,
start writing some jokes? That's awesome.
You just add caca, pee pee poo poo caca.
Yeah.
Then he's
Dick, fart.
and he's like, well, what do I say?
Piss.
And I'm like, well, you got to talk about your life as a 10-year-old and being in 5th grade.
So just add my life as pee pee poo poo.
I was going pee-pee poo-poo the other day.
and then he's like, all right. He's like, when I'm in school, every kid around me, they're saying the N-word.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Then he's like, but not the hard R. And then I'm like, now you got something.
It's an excellent premise.
I'm like, Jolly will fucking shit his pants laughing at that coming out of your mouth. You got to understand.
Jolly help you punch it up a little bit, man.
yeah. Anyway,
What you need to do is.
and
That's awesome.
and I'm
dude.
like,
Do you think maybe, I don't want to get
no.
cart before horse, but just the fact that he was even entertaining, okay, maybe I will write a couple jokes.
Yeah.
No,
That's cool,
but
dude.
He's terrified about. He doesn't want anybody to see him.
Just have him do it for you.
Yeah.
Just have him do it for you, dude. Private comedy show.
Well, that doesn't make any money.
No, but I got a microphone. You can do
You
it.
could film them and then just YouTube.
Yeah,
It'd be like,
you could be like the Costco guys. You seen the Costco guys?
No, with the whole Costco.
We're Costco guys. Of course we eat a chicken bake while we're walking around Costco. You ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, hashtag Costco guys.
All I've been seeing lately is Miss Rachel. That's it. That's all I watch on.
Miss Rachel, what is that?
It is a children's show.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you're watching
That's
the baby
all.
show.
But isn't Miss Rachel kind of hot?
No.
No?
I mean, seeing her so much lately, I do have fantasies, but she's not
Because
at
you're a
all.
horny real man.
Yeah, but she's not. No,
Yeah, okay.
not at all.
I understand. Slam hog?
Yeah,
hog,
I mean, she's
hoggy?
a little thicker.
Thicker? I like the thicker.
You'd slam her.
Just like I said, just because of who she is and how I know her now.
I'd slam her just because she's such a the motherly tendencies.
Yeah.
Because
Because I
that's
wanted
very
to-
sexy to me.
I
Like
wanted
being
to-
babied. Oh yeah.
I wanted to say her taglines as we're doing it. That's what.
Whatever. Give me some of the taglines. Like
Hi. or like put it in, put it in, put it in, because she's like they're like putting a car in a garage.
hold
or
on a
something
second.
like
That's good.
Yeah.
Put it in. Is
Exactly,
I
exactly.
like that one.
that. Or she can sing the wheels on the bus. I don't know.
Holy shit. Is your wife still breastfeeding?
Yes.
Okay. They're out all in public, or do you lock that down?
No, she pumps a lot, so it's bottles in public.
But you're not letting her just like if you guys are at a pizza restaurant, you're not letting her pull
No,
a tits
I mean,
out.
I would. I don't care, but she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't
Okay,
do that.
good.
But
Good. I'm glad she doesn't
But
do
every night we wake up, her boobs are just sitting, flopping out for sure.
Yeah, I miss those times.
She's just, I wake up and she's like, just out, just out. It's like dried milk.
Oh yeah. It's it's not that sexy. But,
Oh, speaking of the
comes
Costco
around.
guys, these influencers that get stuck in one thing that they do.
Yeah.
I'm curious to how they transition out.
they have to collaborate.
Is that how? Okay.
I saw this a little bit with Wix. We were calling him Swix. I saw him tweet yesterday. He said, "What's up with all these Orlando food bloggers that won't collaborate with me? You're so toxic."
Okay.
And I do believe that's how you gain traction when like Costco guys will get a hold of like Wix and then do Costco meets Florida, and then they'll get into his, algorithm and maybe pull some of his Florida guys that don't know about Costco guys.
Yeah, then that makes sense. Marketing with different channels or whatever. But I'm talking about once you get into your thing is this. Okay, I'll explain.
I don't think you can ever get away from it.
I'll explain because Seth was saying he didn't want to drink my protein drink, and I was calling him pussy. And there's a TikTok influencer that is popped up on my algorithm.
Okay.
And he's like a skinny white dude, probably in his late 40s. And what he does is he films himself eating, like, let's say he's eating Eggo waffle, right? Some like cheap Eggo waffle. And then so he eats the Eggo waffle, and he's like, I don't care that this Eggo waffle is half cardboard and not have any real food in it whatsoever. He's like, I used to freebase heroin every day and sleep in my car. And then he eats it, and he's like, don't be a pussy. And that
Okay.
he does that, and
So
then,
that's his act, is don't be a pussy.
yeah, but he says I don't. He eats of shitty food, like whatever it is, some garbage cheap
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
And then he says that he doesn't care how it's made. Then he talks about how he used to be a drug addict, and then he
Okay.
says don't be a
So
pussy.
it's his formula, right?
And that's his formula, right? So he does this over, and they have
There are holes in that formula, but whatever. Anyway.
hundreds of thousands of views. By the way, I did make a joke, or I did think, like, what are you trying to prove here? You're eating shitty food and you poison yourself with drugs? Like, like, I don't want to do either.
Like, is the guy like? Does he look good?
No, he's not a worker. He just.
Well, he's probably skinny because of crack.
I think.
Or is it more of a commentary on like, hey, this is where I was, so I don't worry about where I'm going?
Yeah.
Is it more of
well,
that?
He's saying I used to do way worse shit, so eating this bad food.
It's
who
not as
gives a
bad.
fuck?
I think we all kind of do that, right?
Yeah, and I
Like-
think that's why he probably has so many views. But what I'm curious about is like, how long can you continue to do this bit? Because eventually you do have to kind of recycle shit. You're doing this. There's only so much you can do, and how long does it live?
I can touch on this for a second. So there's a video that came out, I want to say like 2 days ago, and if I'd known we were going to talk about this, I'd have pulled it. But they found videos from years ago. I want to say like maybe 7 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Of the Costco guy's family doing like other things. These people are just trying whatever the fuck they can to be famous.
And then they hit on Costco.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is like there were other, like the guy AJ is the dad, and then Big Justice is the main son,
Wow.
and then there's the Rizzler and some daughter. But those guys, I don't even think the Rizzler was alive. Right, because he's the littlest one.
Yeah.
The other two were younger, and the dad was still like, that guy, AJ, is fucking obsessed with becoming a YouTube star.
Yeah.
And there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people the same way. And he just kept funneling through dumb idea until
Until
it
he
hit.
landed one.
Until it hit.
Yeah. And that part makes sense. But then it's like, how many different bits can you do at Costco? Because that's what people want. That's how you got famous. Like, the people want the eat shitty, used to be a drug addict. It's like, there is a finite amount of what you could do. You know what I'm saying? And then
Or you thought that about my good bad stories, and it went on for.
it did end. Guess what? It ended.
It did end, though.
Well, it ended, but it was a good run.
Until we bring it back.
well,
We are going to reboot it, right? At some point, we
Well,
will do
I'm compiling the stories. I have another.
Yeah, we'll do a season 2. We'll do a season 2.
And then I look at some of this stuff, and I'm like, it's going to be interesting how long it can go.
I think the shelf life is getting faster. I think as things get smaller and as people find things and then we watch it, I think the shelf life of what is considered social media is just getting smaller. Can it get to a point where nobody's singled out? Because we're not paying enough attention to it to even know who we're watching?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm being serious. Like, couldn't it like get diluted to a point where we're literally injecting our eyes with nothing?
It's all not even real.
Right.
Like, and then it's going to get to a probably point where, like, am I watching
Did you
AI?
ever think-
You know, I'm like, is this even, this is just AI.
Did anyone here think, like, oh, yeah, there'll be like a family that's just walking around at a store, videoing themselves just eating shit, and they're millionaires because of it?
But are they millionaires?
I think they are, yeah.
I don't know about millionaires.
Well, they could do, how about this, full-time job?
Maybe it's a full-time job.
They
yeah.
can. You can survive.
Because just like Hawk Tua, when you get that, when you have that many eyes who just know who you are, there's a value to it, base value. You know, saying that you can continue to make money. I mean, better than what you used to make, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're making 80 to 180 a year or something, you're like, fuck, I'm making as much as a dentist doing this, and I'm just doing appearances, and like, you know, it's whatever. But
Yeah.
better than fucking working my other job or whatever. And
Well,
so-
we were talking to Josh Wolf today. I mean, you can put him in the same category as like what, 1.3 million followers on YouTube?
Yeah.
So he's getting, I mean, I'm sure somebody in the chat room,
But-
like SJ probably knows, if you've got 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube, what kind of money can I make on that? He said to us, not a flex, but he's like, I don't worry about money. I can kind of just do what I want now.
Yeah, from ticket sales and touring and
Yeah.
everything like that. But he's in the best possible position as an entertainer because he has the freedom to do
Truly
whatever he
independent.
wants.
Yeah, truly independent.
So he just talked about like releasing his YouTube special, and he did it the way he wanted.
Oh, yeah.
And that-
Melissa looked this up while he was here, supposedly. And sorry, Melissa, I didn't say that, but I didn't really want to say it with him in front of him. But it says on the internet he's worth $40 million.
What?
40
Really?
mil? Wow, that's...
But that's not what he's making. He's just that's his net worth. Like,
Yeah, still, that's more than,
But yeah,
than
it's a
I
lot.
thought.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
He probably made a shit ton of the Chelsea lately
Well,
stuff,
I
and then the
mean,
writing
He's
stuff.
he's always written. He's always toured.
Yeah.
He's always been hella smart and thrifty. He's a thrifty guy. He
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah.
just. He doesn't
He
like
ain't buying
things.
lake houses
He doesn't
and-
like things. No, he's not a things guy. And you can listen to that in the interview. I'd urge everybody, if you like Josh Wolf, listen to this one. This one's.
God, I wish Seth drank my protein drink because I was going to put that mescaline in there and then watch him freak
Yeah.
out.
When do you want me to take my pills? Josh Wolf gave me pills.
Really?
Is
Yeah,
it mushrooms?
it's mushroom mescaline.
Yeah.
Oh, so I bought this Breeze drink. It's like THC drink thing because I haven't smoked in God knows how long. But I need something
What
besides
happened to the
alcohol.
chill room? Did you have to do any renovations to the chill
No,
room?
I got an engineer out there. They said everything is 100% structurally good. It's just an old house, and it settled a little bit. That's it.
So,
That's all it is. It's fine. Everything's fucking fine.
so when you drink,
Who are you trying to convince, man? Us or you?
Sorry. I haven't drank it yet. It's on order. I'm
hitting
waiting.
me.
I'm waiting for it to get it.
when someone screams, everything's fucking fine.
yeah. I'm good.
You're like,
I'm fucking good.
Because there's no reason why that asshole to pull out, like just pull out of the deal, like it just retard. It's just stupid.
Hey,
Sorry,
we don't say that.
Sorry,
we don't say that. Not on my watch.
So the THC drink, how was
Yeah.
it?
I haven't drank. It's on. I'm gonna try it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be a real pussy about it and just do half a can and see what happens.
Oh my God! Don't do half a can. Josh Wolf, he gave me 2 of these pills. He
What
said,
are you ordering? There's medical marijuana everywhere.
But I don't want to smoke. I don't want to do that. I just
take
want
a pill.
instead of drinking
I don't smoke
alcohol. I want instead of drinking alcohol, I want to try just a half a can of this and see if they say it feels like the same thing.
"What are you trying to escape from?"
What am I not trying to?
you have edible THC in every fucking
Yeah.
dispensary. Just take it.
Yeah. I've got like
I don't
I have a
smoke it.
50 milligram pill I can give you and knock you on your ass.
It's only a 5 milligram can.
Oh my God!
And I'm gonna drink half
5
a can.
milligrams.
Yeah, but if you're ordering on the internet, it's fucking Delta 9 or whatever. You know, get the real
yeah,
shit.
you gotta get the real shit.
Yeah, you can't order.
But apparently,
Delta- I thought Delta 9
apparently
was
Delta
bullshit.
9 is the real
I
shit.
thought it was
You just
the real
gotta
shit.
heat it up.
well,
And it turns into regular THC. It's
Yeah, but-
all the same, and it's a loophole. We get it. Don't
I
don't
know.
even email.
But it's
me.
not unnatural. It's natural, right? I'm not drinking like chemical shit. Well,
I
it's
don't
all,
know what
everything's
you-
chemical.
I don't know what you're drinking. Did you do your due diligence?
Yes, I did. And it's an American company. Made lots
What
of
does that
reviews.
mean? That means nothing.
Lots of reviews.
but there's not. Whether
My
it's in-
numbing cream for my tattoos all comes from China.
It doesn't. It doesn't
And it
matter.
made me impotent for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if the THC is in a drink or a pill or a chocolate bar or whatever the fuck. Your body is metabolizing it once you ingest it the the same. So
Yeah,
just
sure.
Because it's about being social with a goddamn drink instead of drinking alcohol.
Oh, okay.
the old-
all right.
the
You should
old
have-
drink
yeah,
thing.
all right, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Just get a tincture and put whatever the
Yeah, you
THC in the
put it in
drink.
anything.
Why? Who
Why don't you
cares?
stop being a pussy and drink a goddamn beer? Get some Hulk Hogan.
I just don't like how it makes
Get
you
some
feel,
Hulk
you know?
Hogan Real American Lager and call it a day.
It's calories and
That would just skip a protein shake and just drink
go.
alcohol. That's what you used to do when you were younger, right? When you were going out.
when I was younger, I used to make protein and put Kahlua in it.
Yeah!
I remember being in college,
Kahlua Seth.
being like, how? Because I never drank. I was a straight edge all through high school. Got to college, got in my dorm, got a blender, made a giant big ass protein shake, whey protein, 50 grams, and then dumped like a quarter bottle of Kahlua and be like, I'm gonna get fucked up tonight. Like in muscle, like lifting and big roid headed.
Fuck up. And I'm going to go above the jungle, the loft, and drop a load. Big fat mega load.
This was when I was like 19. I was in Tampa at the time at USF.
Well, not to totally switch gears, but
Do it, man. I like tangenting.
and I think it was BDM Eric Rodriguez.
It was. I know where you're going.
Who I was bullying him last night about his roofing job is easier than my podcast job.
Oh, yeah. I think it looks like his job is just to enjoy Ghostbusters. Like, all he does is enjoy Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He buys merch for Ghostbusters. He's at Ghostbusters. He's decorating his house as Ghostbusters.
I've only seen him have fun.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
so
when you
fun.
work.
He buys like limited
nice.
edition Slimer, limited edition Ghost Light.
That's what we need to get. We need to start a roofing company.
Yeah, man.
Write that down.
Let's do it. Hold on. How do you
down
spell,
or
how do you
my
spell
roofing?
company?
Well, Seth used to be the money man, but he's fucking house poor now.
Well, he wanted his dream. Once he got that kid, it made him soft, and now he wants to just live out his dream with his family.
When I sell my house, I'll be fine. I just didn't sell my house.
Yeah, you will. You'll be good.
Anyway, so he made a post about making sure to clean his washing machine. He's like, I haven't done my yearly washing machine cleaning. And then I'm like, what the fuck is that? And
he
then
puts in like a special disc,
and
or
then
like a powder, and then you.
And he's like, make sure you have to clean it once a year. And I'm like, I've never even heard of that, nor have I ever cleaned my washing machine.
I've heard of it. I just never done it.
Like-
I've had to take apart my washing machine because Tracy's panties get stuck in the little filter.
the lint
Andrews
trap.
don't get stuck. It's like putting a comforter in there.
Oh, God.
Goddamn thing. Hold on. This thing's off balance. I gotta move your panties.
Your panties roll up in the ball. Gotta shake them out.
It's got gang. Hold on. It's off balance. What do we gotta do? Oh, we got one pair.
Oh, Jesus.
of one pair of bloody Grundies.
Is this something that like other people do?
Oh shit! Andrea's in the chat room.
Is like do your yearly washing machine cleaning?
It says right here, according to the Googs, generally speaking, your Google, your washer should be cleaned twice a year, but this interval will vary. Take note that the type of washer you have, front or top load, will make a difference in terms of your cleaning intervals. But you do need to clean your machine.
I know Tracy sprays like bleach along the rim and stuff like that. She does that. but-
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying, like, I have never even heard of someone like, oh, yeah, make sure
I don't
you
think
do
I would
your...
clean a toilet if I didn't have to, because it's like there's water, then the things are going down.
Well,
Because I dirty it the very next time. There's shit spray everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy because you see shit spray, but the washing machine is
Yeah.
like, oh, it's washing
under
the
the
clothes.
It's under the lid. Have you ever run your hand under the lid and you get down some brown or
God.
black Grundies?
Yeah.
Some,
Sometimes
you know what I mean?
it gets a
It
little...
gets in
But the washing machine essentially is cleaning itself every time it does a load.
That's what I thought, but apparently...
That's what I think
There's
about
gotta be
rags in the
build-up.
shower too.
It's build up.
But Eric was adding some sort of like washing machine
Yeah, but he's
cleaner.
rich. Rich people do a bunch of dumb stuff.
Do they? Most of the rich people I've ever known don't do any maintenance and just buy new
That
shit
is
when it
true.
breaks.
They let cars fall apart, motorcycles fall apart, houses fall apart.
And they do zero maintenance on anything, and they just buy a new one when it fucking breaks. Anyway, I just found it interesting because I was like, wait a minute, no one's ever even recommended that to me. Like, oh, are you cleaning your washing machine once a year? It'll make it last. No, nothing.
I just saw the right thing I needed to see here.
What?
Over time, this appliance can gather a buildup of debris, resulting in everything from odors to mold.
Ugh, mold.
Mold. It's mold.
Yeah, but I've had the same washing
You got
machine for a
mold, right?
long time, and
Yeah, I got mold.
it's fine.
That's the right answer, by the way. It's just to stay calm and be like, yeah, I got it. What's it to you, motherfucker?
Yeah.
And
You did it. That was a test, and you passed.
Yeah, good.
And I don't want to tell Josh Wolf this, but I think there are bad molds, and then there's
There's no good molds.
But you did want to tell Josh Wolf this. You did. Don't fucking lie.
Well, I'm saying it now.
I
Hopefully he's
know,
hearing.
but you did want to tell him because you never want to not tell somebody when you think they're wrong because you can't.
Crystal said that's a sign of autism. And then I got pissed. I was like, don't you fucking know.
Don't diagnose me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then you forgot her.
I'm like, hold on. A sign of autism is just telling someone what you know is the truth.
But you don't know is the truth. You said, I think that there's good and bad. I broke him.
That is the truth. I lied to you. I said I think only to try to change my ways. But that is the truth. There's good and bad mold. And there's mold everywhere. And some shit doesn't bother you and the black mold does. I know.
You got it.
I've talked to mold guys. They've told me that shit. They're like, this is regular Florida mold. That don't do nothing. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, you got some caucus here. But that's the bad one.
The caucus?
Some black cock.
Staphylococcus.
Dukakis, black caucus.
Some black caucus. Anyway.
Definitely know what the black is.
Holy shit. You want to take a little break, buddy?
Yeah. Let's take a break and then we'll come back and let's do some voicemails.
And then we'll just power through. We got so many voicemails and emails. We'll come back. We'll set the table with just, we'll wipe it clean. We're going to start with your voicemails, your emails, questions and concerns. That goes for you too, chat room. You got a question? Throw it in there now.
Okay, before we go to break, this is what I want to talk to Seth about. So when I because Max, the only reason I'm taking my boys to your dojo is because Max,
Tracy's there.
I want.
And you want. And the boys are
I did think, I'm like, who's the teacher? Because I can't go, you're too far away from me. I can't go home.
And I do yell at Tracy for taking her gi. She does change too often in the front room. I'm like, Tracy, go in the bathroom. She just She always takes her gi top off. She's in a sports bra.
Those boys need to
see Tracy, that's not appropriate. She's like, I turn around.
You want some pussy fighters? You want some men on your mat? You need men on the mat.
I need to show my sons.
We're not making a fucking gay army here.
Yeah. And plus, I'm sitting in the little pants room.
But a gay army would be good because weren't they unsullied? They were asexual.
So
they'll fuck you up because you took away their horniness, and they're like, we got nothing else. We have to.
A gay army too horny. They'll never fight. We'll fucking each other. Shit,
this is awesome.
Anyway.
I definitely have all the above at the dojo, just so you know.
So Max is interested in learning karate. He's all excited. And Tommy,
what did you tell him?
Where did that come from, though? He wasn't before.
What'd you tell him?
I didn't tell him anything.
He's like, hey, you want to be a ninja?
No.
Do you want to kick a punch?
Well, one day he came up to me and he was punching my belly.
All right.
And then I'm like, you want to learn how to? He's like, I want to learn karate.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I know this guy. He'll give us free karate lessons. And then so he's like, oh, really? I'm like, you remember the guy you met?
Oh, you're turning him to be cheap too.
Napoleon Dynamite?
The BDM beach party. That guy said you have muscles. I'm like, he's a ninja and he'll teach you some karate. And he's like, all right, we'll go. And then I'm like, but Tommy not really interested. But I want Tommy to learn karate, especially because he's going to middle school next year.
But there's nothing worse than a nerd who knows karate putting his dukes up. About to get it. Hey, he put his dukes up. And he about to get stomped. No, dude, you can't set him up for failure.
Yeah, you're like, oh, shit, it turns out natural athleticism.
And then in his brain, he does that thing in his brain. Because I did this as a little guy. I did this in my brain. It's like, just remember your training. You're thinking it. Just remember your training and you're ready. Oh, you get the Matez Hoskins beat the fuck out of me. He broke my arm.
Yeah.
I'll teach him how to be an athlete. It's not just about the techniques. I teach them how to be athletes too, so they can have body awareness, control their body.
You need body awareness, unlike your dad. I'm an athlete.
So anyway,
explosive power.
I need to figure out a way to get Tommy in there because Max is interested, but I convinced Tommy to go watch with me. But I was like, I want to get him in there.
Does he want to spin a wheel?
What if Tommy wants to? Can Tommy start Can he start via Zoom?
No.
I'm not zooming on his shit. I'm not going above and beyond.
I'm trying to solve the problem.
So, but he doesn't like the high pressure. So how can you get him in there?
But it's got to be low pressure.
He can sit on the side. Like with kids that are scared, I usually have them just walk on the mat.
You can sit in the pussy box. Hey, everybody. Everybody do the pig noise. Everybody snort at the pussy box. Hey, pussy box.
God damn it. I'll report
All right,
back.
here come the pussy piggies. They're going to do laps now. Everybody boo them.
Listen,
you don't do that, really.
Not that intense, but there's knuckle push-ups involved.
Really? Are there punishments?
Oh yeah, of course.
Give me
the kids will just.
You weren't gonna like that. What if one of your kids? Hey, get their push-ups. You're gonna hold on a second.
I'm paying for this shit.
My advanced
Not
kids,
really, but it's a trade, so it's good as money.
My intermediate advanced kids that were messing around, they know at the beginning of class. They know how to line up. I don't even need to say Masubi, which means go to add attention. They usually go there and they go right away. So they're all just hanging around, goofing off. I heard them laughing. They were jumping around. I'm like, hey! I'm like, where are you supposed to be? I'm like, drop and give me 10 now. And they go, oh, sensei. And they drop down, do 10 knuckle push-ups, counting loud. And they immediately got back up and were silent, not a peep in Masubi, like at attention, looking straight ahead. I'm like, see? Like that's what the hardcore discipline gets you.
Yeah, that's what you want. A couple little Marines in there.
Yeah. And then they turned around and
would they? How would they react? Because you don't really. Like the Didases, I do know there is a difference in our houses. And I know that the main difference is that in our house, I yell at everyone and scream like an abusive grandfather. And in your house, you probably don't. Not a lot of yelling.
What are you yelling at Maisie about? She's working harder than you.
I yell at everybody. Get the fuck! Get upstairs! I'm kidding.
Yeah, like, you don't have to yell at Maisie to work hard or do some knuckles.
What if he is? What if he's the opposite? What if he's like, it's not good enough? It's not good enough. You need to be in first place on all of them.
Maisie woke up early and knocking on Daniel's door like, get up, work out. Yeah. She's getting Daniel to work out.
I'll blow your mind. She can do now. She's been like really working on it. I'll have to find that video. There's a video of her like she loves working out now. So she's started doing.
Be careful with heavy weights with kids right now.
No, she's not doing weights. She's doing body weight stuff. She's just doing like just body weight stuff. But she can do 10 push-ups now.
Really?
That's like awesome. As a 9-year-old with her back flat, she can do like.
I mean, most of my kids
Daniel's not yelling.
But that's
10
good.
It's pretty good though, right?
No, it's really.
I was really impressed.
Most kids can't. When they come into the dojo, they can't do 1 push-up.
Yeah, she can do 10. I was like, damn, kid, you're like.
She's an athlete.
Oh, here she is. Look, here she is doing the blocks. She's doing the under the leg blocks. This is her just warming up, like
she's doing that. You're not yelling with a whip.
She does the block under her leg. She's trying to get me to do these.
You were probably like, "Hey, let's go play video games."
I was.
Quit working out.
I was playing Madden while she was doing this. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm trying to play Madden over here.
I'd be doing that with. I can't wait to do that with my daughter. But my daughter's going to be playing Madden, and I'm going to be doing that.
Exactly.
That's going to be
that
is the opposite,
dude. I'm telling you, that is exactly what's going to happen. I pray every day. Please sing with me. Please sing with me. Please play music with Daddy. Nah, dance is my thing. Okay,
yeah, but
gotta support it.
But every once in a while, you get the woods, and that's you get the crazy dad that's into golf.
Oh, I thought you meant you just go in the woods.
No,
and kill yourself as a dad.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking.
And then your son is just as driven and just as obsessed with becoming the best golfer in the world, and that combination makes the best golfer in the world.
But what if our kids became obsessed with making us the best dads in the world?
well, my sons. They're never going to do that. Maisie has a drive to do that,
and I can never accomplish what she needs.
Yeah. That's life.
Yeah, that's life. That's how it goes.
All right, let's take a break.
Yes, sir. We'll do a little break action, more music, and then we'll come back and we'll dig through your voicemails, your emails. The name of the band, Cobra Skulls. Man, I hadn't heard these guys in a minute. The name of the song is You Know, I Know. Here we go. You're probably sick of me saying it, but I love the Current Seafood Counter right there in the Ivanhoe area. Like Tom says, and the next time I go, I'm going to do this. A margarita and a fish sandwich.
Yeah.
Bam.
A black and mahi sandwich.
That's Florida, baby.
Lobster roll, shrimp.
Yeah.
Any seafood you want.
Well, they got like these little fritters now that are like shrimp plus peppers, like a sweet pepper in there. Those are delicious. They do specials on Wednesdays. Maisie loves the peel and eat shrimp. It's got Old Bay all over it, a garlic sauce, tons of garlic all over it. Delicious. Old Bay fries. They got $7 cocktails, and they got a great selection of Northeastern beers for you to try.
Yep, and so you can go in there and have a mixed drink if you want.
And it's laid back.
Delicious
Don't
craft
worry
beer.
about dressing up. I know most of the time with like seafood, you think like fancy. No, this is it's nice, but you can just wear like your normal clothes and go there because it's counter service.
Yes,
so easy.
So you order at the counter, you sit down as a great area.
They bring it out to you.
Bring it out to you, and the prices are great.
They have a patio, and I believe the patio is dog friendly. So it's really like the easiest place you can go to get seafood.
Also, Curtis Earth does trivia there all the time
on Mondays. Yeah,
and so they've got a ton of stuff going on. Obviously, their location in College Park is their new location. They have a location as well in Henry's Depot in Sanford. But again, it's the Current Seafood Counter in College Park.
What the fuck was that at the end? Hey, welcome back to A Mediocre Time. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Seth is here.
Yes, he is.
Let's do some voicemail.
All right. Voicemails, your ideas, your questions, your comments. You can call 1-844-TOMNDAN or show at tomandan.com for emails. But the other way you can do it is to get our app. Let's try... This one's pretty interesting, T. Remember when Dom from the Supervillains was in?
Yeah.
On behalf of West End Trading Company, because he books there. He was telling us a little bit about his friend Scart, who got bit by ticks and then got some sort of strange meat-eating disease.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Seth.
I don't want to hear this.
Well,
hold on.
By meat eating, it turns out like after he got bit by this tick, then now he can no longer eat the meat of mammals.
Yep.
Oh.
Anything with nipples is out.
Yeah, so any mammal meat is now he can never eat again, or at least while
That's
he
the
has
name of the show. Is
Or because he's
mammal meat.
disgusted by it, or because it'll do something?
No, it'll do that. Like it makes him sick or something. Like it because of this disease he got from a tick. And it's so now and then I was like,
This is the thing.
We were talking about to Dom how I was like, that's crazy. And then apparently,
technically, DeBerry Joe is helping us a little bit in the chat room. Technically, it's the Lone Star tick, and you get you are no other way to put it. You are allergic to mammal meat.
Wow.
And then it makes you sick if you eat it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that means hives. I mean, like
like
me with a shrimp,
anaphylactic shock.
Yeah, your throat closes up, or
And it doesn't go away; it just stays the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, from what I read online and what Dom was saying, everybody's different, but it's kind of like COVID with long form COVID. It's like what we were talking about earlier. It's like some people have it for life, and then some people get it, and then it goes away. And then I read where some person got it and went away, and then came back.
Wow.
Yeah, like it lays dormant.
Yeah.
Like some diseases, they're like dormant in your body. It's like, oh, it's in there. It's just not active.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
I don't want that one. That's the worst thing. And is it everywhere, or is it just in one corner?
I don't know.
If it's in my foot, just chop the foot off, like they did Herschel on Walking Dead.
God is great.
So, some BDMs.
Yeah, here we go. Let's try this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sean from Old Castleberry here. Catching up on some ACTs, and y'all are talking to the dude about the tick bites, messing with what meat you can eat. And same thing happened to me. I'm a land surveyor, so I'm always in the woods. I actually got bit by a tick like 2 weeks ago, but like probably 5, 6, no, longer than that, doesn't matter. I got bit one time, didn't realize it, whatever. And like a week or two later, it was red meat. I couldn't eat beef. It changed the way my body metabolized the sugar in beef. And so when I would eat red meat, I would just go into full body hives, scratch crazy, and like swelling. Like the first time it happened to me, we had like steak and shakes. So I had like a steak burger.
Hell
It was on the way home from Tampa, so I had like a 2-hour ride home. And I was just like tearing my skin off. And when I finally got home, I like stripped naked and looked in the mirror, and like my genitals were disproportionately swollen and out of shape. That's when I was freaked out. And I think I talked to my mom or somebody I know.
Talk to your mom.
So he ate a steak and shake. He got bit by a tick. They went to steak and shake, and he ate. And 2 hours home from Tampa, and he's got a big old balloon cock. And then he takes all his clothes off, and he looks in the mirror, and he's like all covered in hives, and plus he's got a big cock and balls, big balloon cock. Oh shit! I don't know if this is good or bad.
Yeah.
A steak burger.
Now here's what makes me a bad person.
Steak burger ballooned your cock.
Here's what makes me a bad person. I don't have a lot. So if I get a big old balloon cock, before I'm going to the hospital, I'm trying to fuck Andrea with my big ballooner. I'm going to try to squeeze it in there.
Take some Benadryl, you're having an allergic reaction. So I took like 3 Benadryl and freaking passed out and ended up being okay. But I had to go through that like 6 more times before I realized it was the red meat that was causing it. So like anytime I'd go get a steak dinner or something, I'd wake up at like 3 in the morning just tearing my skin off. Sucks ass. Anyway, love you guys. Peace.
That's almost like
God,
that's
it
almost like a
sucks.
superpower. It's like you're like, yeah, you wouldn't like me when I eat meat. I become big itchy balloon cock, blotchy balloon cock.
Yeah. Also, it took you 6 times.
Meat is good, dude.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Meat is good.
Yeah,
Like
but
if you were,
you
I might
couldn't
on my birthday. I'll do it each time just to
yeah,
have.
would you be okay with? I mean, you're a health guy. Would you be okay with not being able to eat any meat ever again?
No.
Would you
Well,
be
it's
okay
just,
with it?
It's just mammal meat. So,
Okay, so
so you got chicken and and then
Fish,
fish.
scallops.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
grass-fed red meat is my. It's
is that your go-to? Is it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
good.
What about
It's
you?
good.
Like no red meat.
No, it would.
Pork.
It would take some
Yeah.
enjoyment away from life, you know,
but
because
you're
it's
not
nice having a
bitcher. You
steak.
would be the perfect person to get the Lone Star
I don't
Tick.
need too much red meat, only because the
You also
Crystal
don't
boys,
bitch about it. I would bitch about it a lot. You'd be
Yeah.
like, "Shut the fuck up about the tick, Dan." I'd be like, "I can't eat red meat."
But I want a cheeseburger and I
Yeah.
want some steak every once in a while. You
Yeah,
know, it's like to take that away. It's really just knowing that you can't is worse
Yeah,
than
that's
not.
true.
Like
Correct.
deciding you don't want to do it for
I
whatever
don't eat
reason.
a ton of red meat, but
You know-
to take it away from me sounds disastrous.
Like I'd rather choose to be a vegan than get some tick disease and get the balloon cock. You know, like I don't want. I hate it when I can't do something.
I would like to get the balloon cock one time, just to see. Right? I don't want to die.
Yeah, but
I-
can you get a boner with that balloon? Or is it just
Probably
something-
not.
Have you
Yeah.
have either? Well, you guys don't have foreskins. When you're foreskin, have you ever gotten like bit down there or like you get itchy or something? I know you have. You fucked around.
I've never done. No, never.
Sometimes you get you leave it on there too long, and you're like the next day you're like, oh shit, I should have cleaned up.
Leave what on?
You get an itch.
The worst I got was I've got jockets from
Yeah,
training.
yeah,
somewhere.
but
That's
then you
it.
like,
Not-
and then so the foreskin would swell. So when I would get a boner, if I had like jock itch on the all over me, like it would hurt. Yeah, it hurts.
You an athlete's dick? Ew.
No, actually, I have a Moleman's dick.
Yeah.
Well-
And by the way, I know for years I used to say like, why circumcise your kids? It doesn't make any sense.
You're pro circumcision.
Now I'm pro,
because you
because-
think your sons look gross.
Hey, no, because now I don't. Crystal constantly yelling because like the kids don't want to go to the doctor because the doctor makes them pull back their foreskin.
Well,
and
they don't
they don't like it.
you got to
do that?
normalize pulling back your foreskin like it's no big deal.
Yeah,
You're going to the doctor.
I tell them that, but
Yeah,
I don't.
that's what men do.
Yeah, yeah,
do
but
I need to go over there and pull my foreskin back a couple
No,
times for your son?
but I tell them that I don't have that, so I
Yeah.
never
Put
like
a piece of paper around it like Trump did his ear. Just put it on the front.
From the
They pull
dick.
it back and forth.
it wasn't a part of how I grew up, so I didn't know to instill that into them. I just told like what I did is do nothing.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what I did because I don't have a vagina. I get it. I totally get it.
But then now, so now I'm like, oh God, it's something different. I don't know. I should have just cut it off from the beginning.
Don't they have a video or have ChatGPT?
No, they know.
Just like tell my sons about their foreskin. Just have
they
ChatGPT
know
do it.
anyway.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And then Crystal's telling me other moms are like, in Europe they just leave it alone, and then naturally whatever. And in the United States, the doctors want you to pull it back and
What are they pulling back?
release the head.
I've said this
I'm
before.
just like, I think you could just do
Yeah,
nothing.
I've said this before.
We
and
don't
I'll
need
say
anything.
it again. I'll say it again. All this new foreskin, this foreskin, that.
Yeah.
I have a foreskin
Yeah,
at 48. It does not stink. It is not gross. You just got to keep it clean. That is it. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I was ever told. My mom and dad never told me there were special instructions. It is not special. There's nothing special about it.
That's what I said.
But why is the doctor making him do that? Just to stretch the head out?
That's a
Like-
new fucking fake money grab. It's got to be.
It's a dick grab.
the
It's got to be a fake money
The
grab.
doctor's like, oh, you got to expose the
And
head
then keep
pull it
going
back.
and keep
You
exploding.
gotta buy you gotta buy a tugger. You gotta buy a special rag. No, fuck
It's
that.
a helmet.
No.
It's all the bullshit.
No, it's bullshit.
Yeah, don't fall into the helmet, by the way.
No helmets.
Don't do any of that shit.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Yeah,
all fake.
because they try to sell you the helmet. They're like, oh, your kid's head's deformed. You got to wear a helmet.
Oh,
for
fuck.
the-
I hope not. My
You know,
kids would-
well, that's
Looks
how they,
okay to me.
and then the helmet's $8,500 or whatever. It's all
Jesus.
fucking a money grab.
Okay, the next voicemail I have is not one of our voicemails. This was sent to me by, I can't say who this was sent to me by, but it was a wrong number, and it is a confused old man who is mad because they charged him for a product.
I just got an email saying you sent me an order that I canceled, and I don't ever want anything from your garbage company. Ugh.
The ending to that is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I love a frustrated old man.
I know you. Do you think
because I'm turning into that?
Yeah, you kind of are.
Yeah,
I'll be there too.
Like
but a little later.
My NutriBullet broke, and
I was going to Amazon you one the following day, and my wife stopped me from doing it. Because she said, leave him alone. You don't need that. She's like, you bother him enough. And I was like, I'm going to Amazon him a bullet. So when he wakes up in the morning, he has it. And he's like, he's like, oh shit, my business partner loves me.
So like every old man, I started stuck in my routine. Every morning I make my fucking protein smoothie and I do the same shit.
Shit your pants, run down the road.
I do the same shit.
Not this shit protein you try to give me, obviously.
That's all the same. Don't be a pussy.
Hey, it works. That looked good on you.
Anyway, and then so it broke the other day, and I got all frustrated. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this?" And then Crystal's like, "We have a blender." And then she brought the blender down, and then she put it, and then she's like, just use the blender before, while you order a new one. And then the next morning, I fucking looking at this blender, and then I'm like, which was the
She said it blends.
and then I'm like, do I take the shit out?
Smashing it together.
No, I just left, and I fucking drove to plant a smoothie, and it's fucking closed. Remember when I got here?
Yeah. Oh, he's so mad when he got here.
And then,
they got something else happened too.
And then Crystal was like, why can't you, like any small deviation in your fucking routine, and you become a frustrated old man
but I
that
used
can't
to do that,
shit.
Like when my routine changed, I'd be like, you'd be like,
no, you'll still do it.
Yeah.
Like, guess when we're moving this shit studio to and you're gonna have to come and do it, and you're gonna be like,
having a heart attack.
Yeah, because you're gonna have
It's hard, man.
You're gonna have to set up the equipment. It's gonna be on a fucking folding table the first week.
Milk crate, like Jim Colbert.
And then when
he was divorced.
Tracy called me a grumpy old man a couple weeks ago.
That's
fucking awful. Son.
Is it happening?
Like, why the fuck did you call me?
What'd you do? What were you bitching about? Tracy, put it in the chat room.
Just the past 2 weeks of how miserable I've been with the house and shit like that.
Yeah.
I've just been grumpy and I just haven't been friendly. And
because your routines change. You have to go. You have to eat.
Money's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you didn't have your protein. Didn't get to work out.
I don't get the food that I want during the day.
Yeah.
Uber Eats.
We need to start a club of grumpy old men. Call it
I think
No
it's called
Man.
men. It's just called men, right?
And we all get together.
Okay.
And then
It's literally a movie called Grumpy Old Men. It's like a fucking movie.
Yeah. Just Jack Lemmon and the other dude.
I don't understand. Like Crystal doesn't realize. And I tell her, I'm like, I think everybody just becomes a grumpy old man. Like that's what we transition into, right?
I think a lot of people do. I don't think everybody does. And there's variations of it, but yeah.
We definitely become more conservative, more set in our ways, and
just grumpy about how things are
fuck
going,
everything
and
else,
then you're mad about.
You have like a grumpy face.
You can't work your TV.
You don't smile as much as I do. I'm less grumpy than you. You're like you have resting grump face.
Yeah, but is that because Andrea does a lot? So then, therefore, you're not as grumpy. Like she makes so you're not grumpy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she magoos it, so she's like, "Oh, this broke. You fix it." Like Crystal is like, "Fuck this guy. Fuck this grump. Fuck this grump's blender." and lets me do it. And then he's like, "Why are you so grumpy?"
She will let me grump a bit. Yeah. But I think Andrea knows. Like I think she tricks me into thinking that I think I'm in control. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a mind trick of some sort.
Yeah.
And I just kind of go, I'm not going to say I go along with it. I am tricked into doing it because I'm not that smart.
It was like the Haitian nurse when the old man's in the hospital bed screaming the N-word.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, "Oh, look at this." They turn on Fox News for him. They just distract him.
Yeah, that's my pacifier. That's my
grumpy
pacifier.
old man.
Let's try this one right here.
Tom and Dan, what's up? It's your boy Cadillac Pat. I was listening to the White Cast from 2 weeks ago when you had the girls on the show, and you were talking about gifted classes. I just wanted to tell you, I know this is not a real thing in life, but I don't know how this is possible, but I was the valedictorian of my middle school. I know that's not a thing, but I don't understand how that. I don't know how that happened. I was at the award show in 8th grade. I feel like they just saw me show up and I didn't have an award, and they just wrote my name on a piece of paper. And then also, when I went to high school in Broward County in South Florida.
Hold on, Bruce, pause here.
Yeah.
Is this a dinner for schmucks and everything?
I mean, I do feel like, is it going to hurt Pat's feelings if I say that I do think people think he's dumb, and I think they've been mean to him for a while?
No,
not us.
Well,
we love him, but I think
I'm just saying that, like, hey, let's give Pat the valedictorian award.
He has a lot of these, though. He's like, oh, hey, some guy gave me this, and it'll be like the award for like smartest man in the world, and we're like, well, we know that's not. Get that, Pat.
Is that like a number one dad? It's like me, like, I got the number one dad award.
I got one right there. Hey, Star Dad. There he is.
Yeah. Because technically, it's the person with the highest GPA in their school, right? I mean, like, you know if you have the highest GPA in the school,
and
right?
It wasn't. I mean, I don't know. There could be.
Yeah, I mean, chances there was.
I don't think Pat's dumb, and I think we all know he's not.
I'm just saying that most likely there was an Asian kid that had a higher GPA, right?
Yeah, I mean, somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody other than the buff surfer dude, right?
Who loves the 90s.
The mentally ill, the mentally ill 90s guy.
Yeah. And you were in the 90s, so you really were having fun, right?
I wonder if that's
it was your time to shine.
What if that's what solidified it, right?
Oh, that was a superpower? Like he was the smartest, best. Yeah.
What if he was his best during the 90s so that he's stuck?
And then every year he gets away from the 90s a little
weaker. It's like, now that's the origin of Spawn, right? Every time he uses his powers, he gets a little bit closer to death.
Until 2090.
Yeah.
Never gonna live that long. Too much working out in your heart. Too big.
Let's try this one right here.
Hey there, Tom and Dan. Hey guys, it's Kenny. You were talking with Cadillac Pat about that trend in the early 2000s where they snuffed like a baby cry in the middle of an R&B song. Do you guys also remember that for a while there was a trend of like putting in harpsichord or like Baroque classical music in the middle of an R&B or a pop song? Like Destiny's Child's Bills, Bills, Bills is a great example of that. But also Christina Aguilera's What a Girl Wants. Just like in the middle of it is this weird classical like movement with a harpsichord that comes out of nowhere and doesn't really fit the song, but a lot of the pop and R&B groups had it back then.
Yeah, a lot of trends. The baby thing, I like the baby thing.
Yeah.
I used to like that. When I heard that in a song, I was like, all right, the baby's in here. All right, that's good.
Classical music, I'm having a problem remembering that.
It'd be like a dum 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 dum. They do like a breakdown where it would be like very Baroque.
Okay.
Violins. What a girl wants. What a girl. That song, I think that one went like boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Is that an example of like one person does it and everybody just copies it?
Yeah.
And then it becomes a trend,
yeah,
right?
and producers at that time, when you had like someone like Timbaland, maybe, or like him, that's a guy that like when he was doing certain beats and stuff, you'd hear that like he'd use like the popping noise. And then people would go like, oh, but then I don't think they would deliberately copy it, not the popping, because that's too, like, that's him. But the Baroque sounding, like, classical music breakdown, you can almost get away with because there's so much of it, if that makes sense.
I'm curious to what music you listen to, Seth.
That's a good question.
When you
what do you and Tracy listen to? Do you have, like, similar...
Oh, yeah, we meet in the early 2000s type music.
Are you stuck there? You're stuck there, like my wife.
No, but I listen to my own thing, and she listens to her own thing, but when we're together, like, working out or something like that, we'll listen to that because we both love that type of music.
Okay, but what...
Like, I don't know, My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Like that sort of stuff.
Okay.
All American Rejects. Like
early 2000s.
Early 2000s pop punk. Type
okay.
Stuff.
That was a lot of people.
Because that was my college. And and her elementary.
What is that? You were and
it's my college. But she doesn't know any of the songs.
No. She remembers it. That's what her first songs she kind of remembers growing up. That's why she likes it, and I like it because of that reason. So we both enjoy it. But I listen to my own stuff. I like a lot of weird
Now your wife is a music lover. That's a bitch, right?
But I think a lot of people, and this is a stereotype, they just get stuck in the music they liked when they were in high school
My
and
wife,
like right out of high school,
Andrea,
and then you keep going back to that. Like I keep going back to running with listening to fucking Lagwagon and NoFX and or like shit. That
I can't do that. I gotta
25
have new
years
stuff.
old.
I gotta have new stuff. Well, I feel like I'm dying.
I'm in the new stuff, but like synthwave type stuff. I'm like big into like synthwave, dark wave.
I do like synthwave.
So it's like all 80s style, but new. So I love listening. Like I listen to that mostly lately. But my go-to is like Pink Floyd, Amigo the Devil. You got me really into Amigo the Devil.
Amigo the Devil's fantastic.
Big time into Amigo the Devil.
Yeah, that's an excellent choice, man. That's a big get.
It's got to be just releases similar to nostalgia. It just releases extra chemical that you don't get with new music.
Oh, yeah.
It just brings you back the nostalgic chemical.
I
You're
admit to
addicted
that. Definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
I literally watch 80s commercials when I'm cooking dinner at night just because of that nostalgia feeling. Like 80s and 90s commercials is on my YouTube as I
That's
cook.
Interesting. You do.
Yeah.
I would like to find out.
That's cool.
Tracy thinks that's weird as hell.
Well, I watch Lawrence Welk for the same reason. Like there's a homogenized cleanness to the television program where it doesn't have anything edgy.
Yeah.
That because everything tries to be so edgy, that is so pleasing to me.
Right.
When I watch Lawrence Welk, I'm like, there will be nothing at all edgy in this.
I wonder what that is or why that is in a lot of humans' brains. Like, how did that keep us alive? Why did that stay? I wonder if it's because, like, for whatever reason, getting drawn back to where you grew up.
The tribe? Back to the village?
Like, helped you survive longer or whatever. Like, why is the nostalgia so strong for humans? There's got to be some evolutionary psychology behind it. But I mean, you can look it up on Google.
Nah.
Is Tracy talking shit about? She just said she posted something and she LOL, like she said something bad about me or something like that.
I don't see
she said
anything,
that my
man.
songs. Yes, I like depressing music.
Oh yeah, she says he listens to depressing songs.
That's
You're
all
like a sensitive guy.
That's all I listen to is depressing songs.
Yeah, I mean, like more sensitive
Like
people.
the emo?
Huh?
Yeah.
Like emo?
No,
Yeah.
like depressing, like just all like Typo Negative. Like I don't remember Typo Negative.
Oh yeah, that guy's got a big old dick.
He's dead now, but yeah, he is.
Was it? He is.
Yeah, he's
What was
dead.
it, Jack Steele? Wasn't that his name? He's dead.
John. Yeah, he's dead.
That guy did Playgirl, and he's got a big old Seth.
Yeah. Well, you did grow up in a different generation as Tracy. So
Yeah, you're like listening to.
I just like feeling.
You listen to Benny Goodman. He's the Boogie Boogie Bugle Barn Company.
Yeah. Like your wife is younger than Josh Wolf's son, which is where it's like it's a far.
Tracy has like more in common with my daughter than she does you.
Whatever. Tracy's a Swiftie. She listens to Taylor Swift. That's all.
Yeah, that's what children listen to.
No, I know.
That didn't help at all. You want to do one more and get out of here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more. This guy, he spent a lot of time on this one, so we'll just kind of see what he says here.
Hey guys, it's Sean from Vegas. I work at a restaurant, and I was thinking about if you guys worked at a restaurant, what your jobs would be, and if the Whack Pack also worked there, the R team, what their jobs would be. And so tell me if you think I got any of these wrong. Tom, I think, is going to be working on the fry side of things, just golden brown fries, calamari, whatever. That's what he's doing. I think Dan's going to be front of house. He's a server, right? Attention to detail, all that sort of thing. Sam, probably the host, because she's a girl and she knows how to organize and manage things. That's how hostess go. I think we're going to put Remy on dishwasher because we don't really want to put him in like a creative spot. We just want to we don't want to overwhelm the guy. Big Tim is probably going to be maintenance. I feel like I can hear a lot of, I'm here to fix your washer, mate.
A lot of these people don't quit their job at the restaurant. I mean, you don't throw it out there. I mean, like, Samantha, we already lost our hostess, I believe.
And by the way, when this started, I immediately went dishwasher for myself.
Really?
That's what I want.
He put you on the fryer.
Yeah.
He put you on the fryer.
I'm more of a dishwasher kind of guy.
Yeah, put those headphones in and wash.
I like doing the same thing repetitive, and I can listen to whatever I want.
Whatever you want.
And then it's easy for me. Wash dish, put the clean dish in
Yeah, you don't even know what it's called. You gotta work
the
on
dry
that.
rack.
Seth is going to be on grill. We're going to need Seth be on like anything with flames. I think he needs a little bit of danger in his job to keep him concentrated, keep him over there paying attention. Cadillac Pack's going to be the bartender. for obvious reasons. Ross, I think, is probably going to be busser because we need a mad busser. We need to be high, but we need him to be mad running around the restaurant. And then Tiffany's probably the best option to manage all of it. So what do you think?
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, the tail end, you did pretty good, man. I'll give you that. That was really well thought out.
I wouldn't want to be responsible for cooking everybody's food.
You're a good cook, though.
I'm an okay cook, but I would be sneaking food. Like anytime I worked anywhere on food, I'd eat a lot of it.
But I've seen some of the stuff you cook. You're a good cook,
Yeah,
and you cook
Tracy's
for your
better.
family.
Tracy's better.
Oh, she a good cook?
She's a good
What's she like to cook?
She does her own, she looks up recipes, but then she kind of goes off and does her own little variations and experimental stuff, and everything. There's probably one thing that has been mediocre, but everything has been 9s out of 10s.
Awesome.
Sometimes 10s out of 10. There's this one dish called the guna teleki.
Guna teneki?
Guna teleki. It's amazing.
Guna teneki.
So
sounds good to me.
Yeah,
since we're talking about
it's kind of an inside joke.
Cooking and chefs, Crystal started watching the new season of The Bear. And so
where's it going now?
It's a long montage. I'm like
him running around taking his shirt off and stuff.
I'm like, get on with it. Also, they never show him working out. I'm like, this guy's fucking ripped.
Yeah, he's fucking ripped. And he wears special t-shirts.
Yeah, they just show him sitting back, sad, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't get ripped smoking cigarettes. That motherfucker's in the gym all the time in real life.
Cigarette
it suppresses appetite. A lot of the Japanese fighters just smoke cigarettes because it helps them lose weight.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but they also work out all the time. This guy, he's ripped. The Bear's ripped.
He's mega ripped.
Anyway, so it's like montage of how he used to work for a super high end expensive restaurant, and where they do like the small plates of the fucking drizzle the shit, like a little.
Three little squirts of pesto and fucking one scallop.
So he's doing that in the show, and he puts a little scallop and then a little fucking makes a radish into like a flour.
You can put microgreens on,
and then he's drizzling some shit or whatever, and then he's got this big white plate with a tiny little circle with some drizzles, and then the chef's yelling at him about how his drizzles aren't right, and then I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I told Crystal, I was like, who gets joy from eating the weird little tiny round drizzle?
Tons of people.
And then she's like, you wouldn't understand because you're
too dumb.
Yeah, she's like, this is like, she's like, of course you don't understand this.
This is for the culture, you swine.
And
nobody, even culture people don't like that shit. That's all bullshit. There's no way.
It's a huge thing.
I've been to restaurants where it has its place, but
what is it?
Oh, the presentation? You eat with your eyes first. That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, like, if you're really into that world, when you look at something, if it looks, there's a psychology to it and colors.
It's a billion-dollar industry.
You eat with your eyes first. They make it look good, and there's
these
certain
people are
ways to
paying
do it.
$800 to go and have worth some insane amount of money, and I'm like, that makes zero
Andrea
sense.
loves it, like she does.
Like.
Really?
My wife, yeah.
What?
Like when we went to like a place here in town, like Blue Zoo, and they brought her a whole fish, and they cut the head off in front of her, and they put it on a thing, and it's got the swirls and the twirls.
Oh, well, that's because it's a whole fish. That's good. It's a whole fish.
No, but like she likes, or it's one scallop, and then there's like little purees that you have to dip it through, and she likes all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not anti it.
I get pissed.
Sometimes it's not enough food. I don't like it as much as she does. I'm not anti it.
Yeah.
But they do try to like. There is you want it to look good. There have also been places like, I went to a place here in town, I'm not going to say where it is, but I got a cheesesteak, and when they brought it out to me, it did taste really, really good. But it looked like they just took a baby diaper and rubbed it into bread. It looked fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I
know.
And that does matter. Like, when you look at it first, you're like,
but I'm not talking about looking as in aesthetically look pleasing. I'm talking about looking like that's a lot of food, and I know what it is, so it's going to be good in my stomach.
Oh, the portions
I don't
are
care about
always
what it
shit.
looks.
Yeah.
Well, the portions,
they don't give you enough food.
What looks good to me is a full plate, not a tiny little rinky-dink amount, no matter how it's decorated.
Yeah, but you're Italian. You're always going to say that.
But even like, I like tapas restaurants and shit, and like, we go to Mamak and like that, it's smaller, like, 5, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just the whole, because
ultra fine dining.
Yeah, ultra fine dining. It just escapes me. I can't
it's
even.
It's a mega billion-dollar industry.
No, yeah. And so many people obviously like it. They made a fucking show out of it, and it's like it's so popular, but I can't even wrap my head around it.
Dude, we got to get Fayez Kara from Jimmy's show. I bet you he'd do our show to like, hey, break this down for us. Like, what pulls people in about this, or what makes them so exclusive, or because he's in that world.
And the only thing I could come up with, because I was talking to Crystal about. It's like there's the art aspect, and that's probably why.
Yeah,
it's
that is
art.
part of it.
It's
Yeah.
art and food, and I don't understand the art. You know, so it's like I get nothing out of the art, and then so I'm only looking at like, okay, it's just a small portion of food. What is?
I'd appreciate the art if it was instead of one scallop, 50 scallops decorated like that.
Yeah, but a
Then
lot of
I'd
it's
be
like
happy.
how rare it is. It's like how you paired the flavors. Like,
and the
maybe,
small portion is part of it.
Yeah, the small is because, I mean, like, 12 scallops is better than one, but if that one is like the rarest thing you could get your hands on, it kind of kills it if you're like, it's all you can eat. It's like all you can eat rare scallops. I mean, that's just, it's not the same thing. You know?
Yeah. No, I know. It's just that's something I can't even understand. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm like, well, it's crazy that someone will pay a super, and it's like they're on a waiting list to even get into a restaurant to even pay for this. Yeah, and then the discipline.
There's one right here. We just got a place down here that is, I don't think you can book it for the year. It's all booked up. It's a one little beautiful the chairs in there I think are like, $12,000 a piece or some shit, and you walk in and you don't know what you're getting, and you sit down and the chef feeds you food, and it's the tiny shit you're talking about, and you'll pay out the ass for it, and it's literally curated by the chef.
And then the
and it's
back
six people. That's only like,
but they're militant, right? Just like watching the bear, like they are, like yes, chef, and like any mistake, they're fucked. Like you're out.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah, like you live and die.
We have that right there.
So that's part of it too, right? Like these people cooking
it's
this
supposed
are
to be best of the best.
Yeah, are the Navy SEAls of chefs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They take a very
That's
dojo.
weird.
They do take a very dojo approach. Again, a lot of the cuisine does come.
I
from
guess I
Asia.
can appreciate that with like sushi.
It's just discipline. Yeah, but I get you nailed it with the art thing. It's art, and they're presenting something that not everybody can do. We were the people to source this. We found that we picked that tuna.
Yeah.
All
the chefs that are doing
and the
this.
knowledge. Like we had the knowledge to pick the most beautiful tuna at the market. Is it expensive? Yes, because we get the fucking knowledge to get the right food.
And the chef who made it dedicated his life and sacrificed everything to give. It's like
then it becomes martial arts. It's just you eat it.
But
it's the same shit.
It's weird.
It's like that guy's technique on how he filleted whatever, or how he sauteed that, or the sauce he made.
So
you're just paying for experience and shit. I don't even know if you could put a price tag on that.
Yeah. So I'm more fascinated with the people that enjoy it, less than like I kind of get.
We got to talk to Fias. He would tell us.
I wrap my head around like the process. Like
you
the
can
art,
get the chef,
the art, the insane discipline, the money. It's exclusive because it's so not that many people can even do it.
I've never been to anything like that.
$1,200 dinner or whatever.
I've seen it and I've
always.
I'm just like I have no interest in even doing that.
I would experience just to, because it's like any other experience. I've never done it. I do one. I would love to go down here. I've talked to Andrew about it. I was like, it's just way too expensive. I can't yet. If there's something a little more evenly priced, sure. I like being surprised. I love those surprise dinners, where the chef is just like, here, I made you something. Try
this. Of course, yeah.
And the only places I've ever gotten it, because I've not had access to high-end dining, is just sushi restaurants where the chef is just like, here, I made this for you. Try it.
It's the presentation, because I'm sure like the little scallop is fucking delicious. Like everything they're making is delicious. All the sushi, but it's like the presentation part, the drizzles and all and how it looks on the plate. That's where I'm like, don't get it.
Yeah, and it comes down to like I've talked to people before that are in that world that it comes down to like they'll have like dinner service and then like you go and you're making a plate and you put the chicken whatever on the plate but you put it on the wrong plate. It's like putting the beer in the wrong shaped glass.
Yeah,
you fucked up.
Yeah,
might as well take that and ruin to smash it. But see, we don't see that. We're like, it's going to taste exactly the same. No, it doesn't go on that fucking oval plate. It goes on the round plate. You fucked it up.
And I'd like to get into the people that go and travel to these destinations because
food tourism is huge.
There's
another $1 billion industry.
There's a horror movie I forgot about this where like people paid to go to this ultra exclusive restaurant on an island and they end up killing whatever. But it's like
an Epstein.
But I think it's based off of reality and the fact that people will go to ultra exclusive.
It's called The Menu.
Yeah,
the movie's called The Menu.
Places that like have chefs that live there, that live militant lives, that only you know what I'm saying. Like it's a weird thing, and then the people are paying $50,000 to experience these courses. It's like, and they enjoy it that much, and I'm like, God, I've never. had anything in my life that I would pay that much money to experience and get the value.
I guess if I knew I was doing that, going to a restaurant and getting that sort of experience, that's one thing. But what I hate, I should be more specific, is going to a restaurant and then having that. And having them show up with a tiny little amount and all decorative, like what the? I didn't know I was sitting down for this shit. Like I came here expecting a giant burrito and some fucking beans, and I got this. I got one little.
You're in the wrong restaurant.
I got one bean and something. I'm like, what is this? And that's happened a few times. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this?
I could tell you're more burrito guy. The tell was the ears.
You've got burritos here.
I just picked the burrito because I was a big dude. I don't eat
can
burritos.
look through a crowd. I'm like, burrito guy.
We're burrito guys. Of course our ears look all fucked up.
I like good food,
Listen,
but
I'm a burrito guy. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Anyway.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
All right.
Let's plug some stuff and get out of here, y'all.
KarateofOrlando.com is Seth's dojo
You're
website.
now a proud member, right?
No, not yet.
You sign up, right? Are you going to start doing it too?
Well,
I mean, you might as well. It's right after the kids can watch you do some cool stuff too. Right after.
Yeah.
No, but I want to do it with my sons, and I want a private class with just us. And
well, that's like an exclusive. Like, it's like the dining. It's like the fine dining.
Oh yeah, you're
how much is that?
You're gonna pay up the ass for that.
Like how much? If just you and my sons and me.
I mean, I charge $100 an hour for a private lesson.
All right, but how much then I can get
for you? 101.
Like, and during the class, I'm like,
hey, you're going a little too hard on my sons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick you up now.
Yeah, and then I tell my mom, watch this, and then
I told you Tommy doesn't want to kick anymore.
And then I beat you up, and then you fall down, you cry, and
through
then
a fake wall.
How much for that?
Well, that's gonna cost.
That'll hurt his business.
That'll hurt my business.
How much to have Tom beat up Tracy? Like kick her through a fake wall.
No, we just roll around a little bit.
How much to have grapple in front of the boys? How much to have Tom and your wife grapple in front of the boys? And she's like, it's just the sports bra.
Yeah.
I'll have to find out the percentage split between me and Tracy.
I mean, there's a price.
Because I'm setting this up.
How much to have the boys roll around with her? You know?
And
that's just awkward.
And then
I was trying to push it.
And then there's some stomping going on.
Yeah.
She tell me she stomps.
Kick you.
People like
kick
to
you the
stomp.
ball a couple times. Yeah.
You
humiliate you.
You're like putting a cigarette out on my dick.
Yeah. She's like, when you were rolling on me, I could feel how small your dick is. Humiliate you. Yes, mistress.
That's part of it.
Yes, mistress.
That's part of it all.
Yes, sensei.
I bet you don't do this with any other sponsor that's in here when you talk about their business.
Sponsor.
You talk about.
We do a Cadillac Pat.
You don't pay us anything.
Well, you know what I mean. Anyone plug.
Actually, you're trading for the classes. He is a sponsor.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Thank you.
No. The trades are nothing to me. Because what
Trades
I'm trading, I don't consider valuable. Anyway. All right.
But we have 3 to 5 year olds, tiny tigers. 6 to 12 year olds, kid cobras, and then the adult classes. So we got a 3-year-old.
Did you reach out to the Danger Brain guys?
The
Did they
logo
reach
thing?
out to you?
Yeah, they reached out to me.
Did they?
I've just been so busy. I do want to do that. I do want to do that.
They're interested in tiny tigering.
Yeah.
They told
Well,
us.
what I want to do is a combination logo. So I don't have all 3 different symbols. I want a tiny tiger and kid cobra thing combined, like a cobra wrapping around a tiger or something like that. And then they say both tiny tigers and kid cobras underneath or something like that. And it's this combination symbol of both.
Our new logo is going to be Lizzo smoking a joint with the Trix rabbit. It's going to be fucking dope.
Or a redneck with a rash and a balloon cock.
Oh, that's good.
And his balloon cock spells out Tom and Tim.
Yours is better.
Yeah.
Yours is better. We're going with that.
Yeah.
We're going with that. Print it.
All right. We will see you on Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.